Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Good evening, everyone. It's The Mix tonight, The Mix. It's Mother's Day Makes tonight here at Jewellery Maker. Good evening. Do you know what? It's been ages and ages and ages and too long since I've been here before. I think it was early January. They've not let me in since. I've been outside. I've been sat outside every day saying, if you need me, I'm here. But they've just not called, you see. But they obviously got to the bottom of the list for tonight and indeed for Saturday night as well. Oh, yes. Hey, back on Saturday night as well. Can't wait. But that's another day. Today is today. And it's Mother's Day Makes, which is fantastic, which I love because it's I don't know if it's a little bit early Mother's Day this year, is it? It's like the... Oh, it's the 11th, is it? Oh, it's the 11th of March. Right, okay. See, I know that when it's... Because my mum's birthday is on the 9th of March, and I kind of looked in the diary and thought, hang on a minute, birthday there, Mother's Day there, they're a bit too close together. That's unusual. That's unusual. So, yes, so we're preparing our Mother's Day... I might move over so you can see that in just a wee moment. Now, I can hear noise in the background. You can hear noise in the background. It's only very faint at the moment. We're trying to get... Sheila, you're all plugged in with nowhere to go. Oh, hang on, we think we've got you now. You are plugged in? No, you're not on mic 3, that's the thing, you see. It's Sheila Davis, everyone. Here she is. Hi. We can't hear you. We can't hear you at the moment, apparently. No. I don't think it's your fault. Mic 4, it says on the box. She's not switched it on, that's all it is. It's all very, very usual with Sheila. Did you? See, this is great, isn't it? Let me show you in the meantime. No, I'm not going to show you anything in the meantime because there's just not enough people for me to show you anything right now. What I have got to tell you about is our must-have at 8 o'clock tonight, which is all about black diamonds. You are going to love them, love them, love them. Now, are we all plumbed in and ready to go now? Yes. I think we are. Sheila Davis, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Derek, and how are we?
I'm very, very well.
Good, good.
We are well.
We are well.
One is doing well.
One is
I've
doing
not seen
really
you in a
well.
long time.
No. It's got to be.
It was before
going
Christmas,
into 3
wasn't
months, isn't it? Yeah.
A long, long time. Too long.
Too long.
In fact.
Most definitely.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Everything ticking along nicely.
Yeah.
You've got Mother's Day Makes tonight, so lots of ideas. I'm sure you had.
Yeah. I'm like your mum, though. You see, my birthday's close to Mother's Day.
Oh, is it?
It's same as Becky's, you see.
Okay.
We're on the same wavelength, Becky and I.
Does that mean you're a Pisces then, Sheila?
Yes.
Ah, okay,
yes.
like my mum.
Yes.
Okay, I'll definitely be... We know we were talking about behaving just before we came on.
Yes.
Maybe I should behave.
I'll tell your mum.
Only maybe, though. Only maybe. So Sheila with me, even, right the way through until 10 o'clock. We love to hear from you, of course. You're the most important part of the show. So if you want to get in touch, here's how you do it. All you do is text JM Studio to 60777, and we would love to hear from you on any subject you like. We might think of something to talk about a little bit later on. If you just want to say hi, where have you been? What have you been up to? Maybe even let me know what's for tea, because usually in the mid-show we do that between 5 and 6, but on the late show we can do that between 6 and 7. Let us know what's for tea. I mean, Sheila, you've had your tea anyway, haven't you now?
Actually, I had my lunch. I had it at lunchtime, to be honest. I've had a
did you?
sandwich.
But you've had a D7 since then, though, haven't you?
Yes.
From the old machine.
Oh, I have, yes.
Yeah,
I
she's
have,
had a
yeah,
D7.
I've had some chocolates.
Whatever D7 is today. I think they move them around. What did you go for in the end, Sheila, in the chocolate
Shall
machine?
I give you a clue?
Go on then.
Meow. Oh, got it. Got it in one.
Meow.
Meow.
Is there cat food in the chocolate machine?
No.
Is
But
there?
you're close.
You had some kibbles.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
I
close.
see. I see.
Yes.
Do you know they used to be at less than 20 pence
Oh, it's
for
frightening.
4
now.
fingers? How much was it tonight?
80p.
80p.
Mm. Yeah.
Now that's inflation for you, isn't it? Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. Let's start off with some sterling silver. Let's start off with some sterling silver. How much is a Kit Kat in your machine? Let's have a national
Yes.
debate about that. Let us know where you are and how much it is in your vending machine to have that well-known chocolate bar that others are available. How about some eye pins in the meantime? They are in sterling silver, and we've got 10 of them in the pack, 0.6 millimetre. Brilliant eye pins, aren't they? Especially if you are making your precious sterling silver makes, because of course what you can do is you can use those to suspend a gemstone or a lovely Swarovski, and then you can continue the journey with a little bit of chain or something beyond that, can't you? There's something about working with silver as well, Sheila, isn't there?
There is, most definitely, and because especially if you do craft fairs and you can actually use the sterling silver, because there's so many people that are allergic to sort of, the other metals.
Yes.
So with sterling silver, you're safe, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I think with those eye pins as well, they're great for linking. So if you're making any link chains or, they're perfect, aren't they? Because they're all exactly the same.
It's funny, we've got a little bit of a belcher chain coming up in this hour, actually. And I'm guessing, if my eyesight is what I think it is, there you go, you can get your eye pins through the links of that belcher chain. It is coming up for you in half an hour's time. It is an 18-inch chain. And these sterling silver eye pins will go through no problem whatsoever. So you want to make a very, very simple make. Let me tell you, I tell
And you
you
can
what.
never have enough, Derek. You can never ever have enough of the basics.
The good job is, look at that price tag. It's £1.95. It's making them 19 pence per sterling silver eye pin. So you've got to get at least 3 or 4 packs in the bag, haven't you? Even 50 of these is going to come in at less than £10 for you, and you will go through them and go through them and go through them before you know it. And actually, this means, let me give you a sneaky peeky, by the way. That Belcher link chain that we're doing at 6:30. Of which you can pop your eye pins through the links of the Belcher chain. The Belcher chain will be going way, way, way under £10. So if you're thinking, right, okay, well that's a nice little project on the go. All I need is some Swarovskis or some gemstones that you already have or you've yet to find. You can pop them in through the chain and make something delicious for next to nothing. I mean, and talking about Mother's Day makes, how much do you spend? How much have you just spent on Valentine's bits and pieces? Do you know, actually, my partner was away on Valentine's in a hotel, away with work, so I had to arrange for something to be sent. So I went to one of those companies that you go to, where you put photos in that's the one, Ben, where you put a little picture in on the online thing and then you write a little message. You can write a little message and scan it and add it to the card. And I sent a little teddy bear as well, like you do. Now, I don't begrudge this because love is a many splendid thing, isn't it? And, who can put a price on love? But over 22 quid it was. Oh, no, actually, no, it was more than that. It was 22 quid before the postage. So I think it was the best part of 30, I think.
It's postage can be.
And do you know what happened, Sheila?
No.
It got to the hotel. So I addressed it, so-and-so name, guest of so-and-so hotel, got to the hotel. What did they do? Do you think they took it to the room? They
should do.
They just stuck it under their desk. It was delivered at 9 o'clock in the morning. I finally got it to the room after much kind of
searching.
There's been no mention of it yet, so I don't want to drop any hints or anything. 9:45 in the evening, it finally arrived at its destination.
You won't go back there again, will you?
Well,
Not
you would think, wouldn't you?
That
a delivery on that day the box would have been marked from that company. It would have been a pretty good clue that that was probably going to be something, you know. Anyway.
Not good.
Never mind. It got there. That's all that matters, isn't it, really? Hello, Shirley in Cambridgeshire. I don't know where to look first. Shirley says, Sheila's doing the same as me.
That's just terrible.
What does that say? It's up there somewhere. Derek, lovely to see you, and the delightful Sheila too. Looking forward to the show. Thank you, Shirley.
Oh, bless you.
And
Thank
Rachel
you.
has been been in touch as well. Just got home from work, and how great to see my favourite presenter and designer. Where have you been, Derek? I sat outside in a little blue tent.
I said that to you, didn't I, when I first saw you? It was like, where have you been?
Yeah, no, people have been bringing in sandwiches for. I've been in a little blue tent just outside, just saying, if you need me, just call me. And no call. No call. No, I've been busy here, there and everywhere. I'm actually working on something at the moment that I can't tell you about.
Oh, is it
Very exciting. Oh. Very exciting. I can't tell you for ages though. So don't be pushing me for clues.
No.
Yeah, it's Derek. I've missed you, says Elaine. Thank you, Elaine. That's very kind. Bless you. I've missed all of you as well. So I'm in twice this week. I was going to be in today, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, but I couldn't do tomorrow and Friday. Something else to do. So I'm back on Saturday though. Derek, you're back. Great. I've booked my cruise. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant. See, because obviously, you know, unfortunately, when you flick up, and I am live here, by the way, live. This is the only place that you can see Derek Marks live tonight. If you flicked up and down the channels, I'd probably be there as well, but not live. I'm right here live. Anyway, who's got these sterling silver eye pins? That's what I want to know, because you've got packs of 10 here for just £1.94, which is just ridiculous if you think about it. Thank you for your lovely messages. That's very kind. I thought I'd been long gone forgotten by now, Sheila.
No, as if.
We haven't seen him since the 2nd of January.
I wondered what you were going to say then.
Oh, now look at this. This I love. Is this what I think it is? Hang on. Let me just... Is this a magnetic... Yes, it is. It's a magnetic clasp. In fact, it's very strong. It's stronger than I am. I can't get it open. Do you know... Because I had a manicure yesterday. There I was, sat... looking at lovely rows of coloured nail varnishes, like you do when you're a bloke sat there having a manicure. And now I have no nails because she's cut them down. And tidied them up for me, so I couldn't get in there. Anyway, this is what we have right now. Look at this. Oh, that doesn't look too attractive, I know. But, oof, good Lord, it just leapt on.
That is a gorgeous,
I think I've got whiplash now. Look at that. That's quite sizable as well, isn't it? Now, I would say, because that is very strong, I'm going to tell you it's very strong. So make sure you've got good strength either side of that. Do you know what I mean?
But that's good, because
yeah,
if you wear a magnetic clasp, you don't want it to come away too quickly, because some of them do, but ours don't. But
some of them slide off each other, don't they? Yeah.
But that is so beautiful. I would have that in the front of a necklace piece.
It's quite, yeah, I have to say, it's quite big as well, actually.
It is very big.
It's not, usually a magnetic clasp is like the size of, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 millimeter round. This must be a good...
And the design on it is beautiful.
Oh, it says on the detail.
Very classy, isn't it? Very...
16 millimeter round. Oof, I just can't get it open.
Wow.
It's that strong, I can't get it open.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant, because that's how you want it to be really as far... Yeah,
I need to get back on the spinach.
On then.
Look, let's see this jump back together again. Look, it's almost nowhere near itself. And
it just, your hands.
just jumps. It's really good. That's great. That might be good as well. To contrast the sparkle on the actual magnetic clasp, it might be good to actually do something like macrame or something like that either side.
And also a lariat style with that sort of halfway down, and then having some more like gemstone cascading on long chain. That would look beautiful, wouldn't it? And
how delicious is that?
Yeah.
There are only 16 of them available. I love it. It's beautiful. 60.
Here we go.
Oh, right, now we've got a problem crashing to its price, but I will tell you right now, this is £9.95. We've got a problem with the doodahs, so that is the price. I know we can't see it, but I don't know, we've caused an issue already. On the web, you'll see a different price because I can't crash it down to the price. But when your orders are reconciled, it will come out at just £9.95. For anyone,
Stunning.
and I know this is a long story now, but for anyone who was watching back in December or November, we had a night, and I can't remember who I was with because I've slept since then. And we had a lovely long strand of mookaite shards, and I remember saying, I wanted them. We had cut the strand and I arranged them because what I wanted to do was stick them to a backing and frame them because they're just so beautiful in a lovely arrangement. I did order them, and I have, because I said this to Sheila earlier,
you did.
I made an order on something like the 12th or 17th of December. And I sat at home, it was loads of seed beads and whatever, and I was watching Lucy's show one afternoon and got a bit carried away, ordered half the stock of seed beads. And I sat at home for a while and I thought, oh, it's taken a little while to arrive, but I won't say anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these people that goes straight to the internet. Oh, that's very slow delivery. And I realised that I rang the call centre and said, oh, no, don't worry, it's absolutely fine, but this order still hasn't arrived. Well, I didn't realise, Sheila, that when we make an order in-house, it gets delivered to our house.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. And I haven't been here since the 2nd of January. So today was like Christmas all over again. Because I've got my order of seed beads galore and my mookaite shards. I can't wait. And I will, once I start making again with the seed beads, and I'm going to frame the mookaite shards, I will pop a picture. I'll try and pop a picture onto the JM page, and I'll put it on my Facebook page as well, which is my Facebook page. Thank you for asking. It's Derek Marks, TV presenter. That's what I laughingly call myself. Let's go to box number 3 now. It is lovely to have your company. I did make some nice things before Christmas, but they were all Christmas related, so now I need to get myself back in gear and start making again. And actually Mother's Day is quite a good excuse, Sheila, isn't it?
Absolutely. There you go. You see, you could make your mum.
Sorted.
Yeah.
So I don't have that.
Now you've got your seed beads, you're raring to go now.
Exactly.
You've got about a week and a half. Yeah, because it's the 2nd next Friday. So, yeah. So it's a week and the 11th.
See, Director Ben.
Or is it 2 weeks?
Knew that the card company I went to for the Doodah What's It, for the Valentine's thing, and now you're going to end up in the same situation unless you are, you're going to have to be watching these demos tonight. Anyway, we've got some kyanite for you now. Kyanite's a fabulous gemstone, isn't it? It's wonderful. People buy kyanite because actually, for the price it comes out at these days, it's better looking than some lower grade tanzanite, dare I say. We only have 4 of these, so be as quick as you possibly can. I love kyanite. It has almost a completely different character to kyanite, actually, to tanzanite, should I say. It's got this lovely sort of, it's almost like needles of colour that go through kyanite, but it's so strong and it's wonderful. And that's all thanks to its wonderful crystalline structure. Oh, we're going to go to the lowest ever price. Fingers crossed, if the system lets us do it. Okay, we're allowed to on this one. It's the last, it's been at $39.95 before, but today, on The Mix show, we've got $29.95. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I love that. Nice sized gemstones. That would make something gorgeous for Mum as well, wouldn't it? And would go very, very nicely with the kits that are coming up a little bit later on, actually, in our 7 o'clock hour. A gemstone like this would go just beautifully with that kit, because we're looking at, well, there's all sorts in the first kit, isn't there, Sheila? We've got wire, we've got hair combs.
There's also drops as well, you see. So with drops, you can do so many different things with the drops and the fact that they're top drilled. So they make lovely flowers as well. You can use them on combs. You can use them in any way. It's
going to be fun tonight. It's going to be brilliant. We're going to get you inspired with it, because actually Mother's Day makes, I mean, even if it's not just about your mum, is it? Mother's Day makes. It's about, sometimes it's about making things for your grandchildren that they give to their mum. Do you know what I mean?
And it's made with love, isn't it? You know, whatever you make, you're giving it with love. And I think if you're given anything, if I'm given something that somebody spent time with, and I really do treasure it.
Yeah, it
like
does make a
little
difference,
treasure,
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And I think Mother's Day, it's almost like Valentine's. You know, if you've got a friend who, you know, has been single for a long, long time, you kind of bring them into Valentine's, don't you? You might buy them a card, even though, you know, it's not, you know, you don't like to leave people out, do you? It's getting the same for Mother's Day as well, isn't it?
My granddaughter, she came home and she went to her mum, my daughter, and she went, Mummy, quite sharp, she said, my friend's mum put some hearts and some kisses and a little present in her lunchbox today. And so I went, well, that's nice. But she said, but you didn't. And she said, well, I'm your mother, so you should be doing that for me, not the other. She said, well, of course, now her friends started it, you see. They start this new of everybody giving everybody something on Valentine's Day.
I know. That's the thing now, isn't it? Every time there's a day, everyone has to have something, don't they?
Yeah.
There's not much for the boys, though. There's never much for the boys. We get Father's Day.
But if you,
But, yeah.
It's...
But anyway, that's fine. Right, let's show you now. Let's not get all embroiled in that.
Could be trouble there,
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
I know. I know when to... I'll quit while I'm behind, I think.
Move on.
Now, these are beautiful. Circular pendants, which are drilled, as you can see. Oh, I like these. So it's almost like half eternity, isn't it? So you've got the drill holes. Sorry, I'll just show you with one, and you're getting two. So you've almost got. Hang on, I'm trying to see where it stops and starts. Right, okay. So the back part there is pretty much solid sterling silver, and then from it's sort of 2/3 really. You'll start getting these drill holes. So this is, this would be wonderful for making almost like the sterling silver equivalent of a dream catcher, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Because if I just take one of the eye pins that we had in sterling silver at the top of the show and just pop that in ever so awkwardly, because I'm trying to do it on telly, of course, but it goes through. Let's put another one in as well, why not?
You could make some gorgeous...
Look at that.
Lengthy drop earrings.
Yeah, couldn't you
doing
just?
a chain link with the eye pins, as you say, with those gorgeous, would look
yes,
fabulous.
because actually
really,
you could use one of those, couldn't you, to suspend your shepherd's hook.
Yeah, you could take it up the other way, you see, so that you've got something at the bottom. Help!
Do you know, it was awkward enough to do it the first way round, Sheila.
Go on. No, but if you take it up through the other way, so the basic loop is on the bottom part of the earring.
I know exactly what you mean.
And then you can put your chain on there, and then you can make a
we
basic loop.
all do exactly what you meant. Unfortunately, it was just one of those phrases that...
Would you like the pliers to give it a go?
I don't know. I'd like a spade, I think. Anyway, you're getting two of these. It's very warm in here now, isn't it? Two of these in sterling silver for £8.95. They are beautiful. They are
very different, aren't they?
Do you know, as well, I wonder what's the diameter of these, 30 millimetres. I wonder whether... Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, it's a bit big for a thumb ring, unless you were to support it underneath. I wonder if you could make some really, really chunky thumb ring underneath. That would be nice. But for a pendant, that would be great. And for an earring, of course, you can see that can make something really quite dramatic. I'd never seen anything like that before.
I think they're, really, really lovely.
And as I say, the drill holes are probably, centimetre or so apart, but only in 2/3 of the band. So you've got an area at the back. So where my fingers are, that's where the holes kind of begin. So the whole of the back, almost like at the back of a ring, is just the solid band of silver. And it's quite some substantial band. What's the gram weight here? Five, right, okay. Hang on a minute. Just a moment, please.
I could make a pair of earrings with those, couldn't I?
You could.
Not a pair of earrings. I didn't mean to say that. No. I meant to say I could make a pendant and just show you what you can do throughout the show with the drops from them. And
you
the
could.
eye pins, couldn't I? Yeah.
Shall I give you some?
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea, couldn't it? And you can pop your eye pins in through the holes, which is great.
What you could do as well
Go on.
You could put some wire through either side, and you could have some beads or Swarovski or pearls or whatever you want to put in, going through the middle of it and then coming down the side as well. So you'd be filling in halfway through.
Yes, you could, because the holes are such that you could go to. Oh, sorry. Do you know what I've done? Let me just show you something on those. I'm so daft, honestly. If I had a brain, I would be dangerous. Okay, let me just. I just need to just remind you. We'll just have a quick look on this, because I've misjudged where the holes are. My eyes have seen one thing, and it's completely another. So there's one hole at the top. Just to be very, very clear, there's one hole at the top, and then you've got 3 at the bottom. I do apologise. I thought it was like, but that is even better actually for a pendant, isn't it?
But you also can have a pair of earrings as well.
Yeah, of course you can. Yes, because so you can have that lovely sort of bohemian style, can't you? Where you take one up through the centre,
and then you have all the other drops coming.
And then you take 3.
Yeah.
I'd have to come up the other way, but anyway, there's no time to do that. Anyway, we've moved on. But sorry. Right, we've got the same thing now, which is really, really good. In rose gold now, in rose gold overlay in sterling silver. So now I promise, I will do it properly this time. So I'll put that one up, and I'll put the other 3. I'll put the other 3 down. Thank you, Ben. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's worth doing, because this is the same thing, but this will demonstrate entirely for the sterling silver ones and for these where the drill holes actually are. My apologies, because I'd never seen anything like this before, but that makes a lot of sense now, Sheila, doesn't it?
It does actually, yeah.
See, now you've got 1 at the top and
yeah.
3 at the bottom. That's good, isn't it? Like that. Love that.
Yes. They're sterling silver.
It's great,
gold.
isn't it?
I mean, yeah, you would triple the price, wouldn't you, anywhere else? You would really.
Yeah, I mean, to do that at the same price.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted the sterling silver ones, didn't you? Were you going to have a little play with the sterling silver ones?
I can have a little play. Can I have a little play?
Yeah, of course you can, Sheila. It's our show. We can break the rules. I can't get it out. It's.
Shall I come and help
you? There you go. I've got
there
it
you
now.
go. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Fabulous. That's great, isn't it? Right. So now you get a pair of these. So if you have a really good idea, you can have a couple of good ideas. Do you know what I mean? If you are making just a pendant. How simple would that be, though? Even if you're not a particularly experienced jewellery maker, you can do a lot with these. And just imagine for a second that you had the sterling silver ones. Remember, in our star buy coming up at 6:30, which is that belch chain, you can also take your eye pin into the links of the belch chain, and et voila. Now, you could mix your metals and do it with the rose gold, no problem whatsoever, but it would obviously perfectly match with the silver, but you could mix and match with the rose gold. I'll tell you what, this hour has been so logical, hasn't it? For us, this has been too logical for me, for one of my shows. Honestly, that's just amazing. And now, to follow the logic, here is the chain to complete the suite, and it's one of these. Right. Wow, that's really good, you know. The first half hour of the show has just been completely logical, Sheila. Something's really gone amiss here, isn't it?
You've got really absorbed, haven't you?
Completely.
You really have, yeah.
Yeah.
You've enjoyed every minute, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Really pleased with yourself.
I'm amazed with myself. I might clip a bit of the last half hour for my show reel. Might get me a job somewhere, you never know. Right, now we have got the sterling silver belcher link. Now remember, the eye pins that we started the hour with will go through the links of this, no problem whatsoever. It's 18 inches in length. It has got the lobster claw clasp, which is very, very stylish, and it's good to know for the price this is going to. It's good to know that you've got that lobster claw clasp, because chains like this are made in Italy, of course. We don't have the wherewithal, we don't have the skill, the expertise, or indeed the tooling or machinery in this country, I don't believe. I don't think there are any chain makers in sterling silver in the UK. Don't quote me entirely. I'm going to say that's my personal opinion alone, but I can't think of anyone in the UK actually manufacturing sterling silver chain. because I think the investment in the tooling and the machinery required to do it just isn't justified, you know, in the UK. So generally things like this are made in Italy. They are beautiful, aren't they? Okay, 2.5 grams of 925 sterling silver. Now, Becky, can folk on the web see the price already? Because I can remember that day where I got a bit carried away in Lucy's show and was filling my basket up until it was full to the brim, and checking it out after every item as well, after every item, because I don't like to be nagged, so I was like, before anyone says anything, I'm going to keep checking out. Anyway, so there's lots of people checking out at the price it's on the screen for right now. So if you're watching this on the web and you're thinking, well, I know Derek already. I can get mine. Check it out now while you can. How many have we got, Becky, available? Right, now there are only 76 of these available. 18 inches in length. 2.5 grams of 925 sterling silver. It's a really nice gauge, actually. In fact, it would go nicely for anyone, because actually I think this is fairly sort of universal. Could be a little bit unisex as well, actually. Or, if you wanted to, remember that magnetic clasp that we had earlier? That would go rather nicely on this. That would go rather nicely with this, wouldn't it? Lots of people multi-buying on this one. And it's because you're already looking on the web and on the app. You're seeing the price and you're saying, right, OK, I'm having one of those, I'm having one of those, I'm having one of those. How many times have you heard a presenter say, how much would the equivalent be in a high street window? And you've thought to yourself, yeah, well, they would say that, wouldn't they? Because they're trying to flog them, aren't they? They're trying to sell them. So, of course, they're going to say, well, it'd be much more expensive because they know I won't go and look. How many of you looking maybe for Valentine's, or maybe just to stock up your stash, or maybe coming up to Christmas, as it was? I must stop talking about Christmas because I haven't been here since the 2nd of January, see, I'm still in Christmas mode. But how many of you in the lead up to Christmas thought, I just need to top up what I'm buying for someone, I'll just buy them a little bit of something from the jewellers. Yeah. And you look at, and you seriously, and that's what makes you think, they're right, you know. They're not just making it up. And see, the great thing is that Ivy House, where we are here, we're not in London. So it's not like when a presenter here says, well, you saw Becky on the mid show, she lives in Chester up in the northwest. I live near, not far from York, up in North Yorkshire. So we're all spread far and wide, but none of us are in London, you see. So we're not talking London prices, because of course you can take any price of anything, then take that thing to London and suddenly it becomes, you know, I mean, I could wrap up a few twigs from my garden in a bit of ribbon. I could sell it for £2 in York. I could sell it for 22 in London. Mm. A few twigs and a bit of ribbon.
It's very true, isn't it?
Amazing. Amazing. £6 and 95 pence. That's why people are multi-buying.
To be honest, it leaves me speechless because, as you said, I know, we know, I look all the time. To get anything like that is just, you won't get it anywhere else. You really, really won't.
Here's lovely Lena. Hello, Lena. Just tuned in and woohoo! It's Derek. Missed you, Derek. Missed you too, Lena. JM bosses, we need this eye candy on our screens a bit more. They can't mean me.
They do.
They can't mean me, Sheila, honestly. Deary
I think
me.
they do.
Well, as I said to the ladies in the workshop this afternoon with Joe Barclay, it was more members of the Easily Pleased Society. I'm happy to take on new members. Eye candy. At my age, Sheila, that is that new makeup. It's that you said
you can
try
be
a bit
eye
of that.
candy at any age, Derek.
Is that? Well, yeah, I suppose. Look at people like George Clooney.
There you go.
He's of a certain age, isn't he?
Certainly is.
Even Tom, yes, even Tom Jones,
Yeah.
Ben. That's yeah. He's still got it. But is that because he's had it over a long period of time? Do you know what I mean? Who was you know, like we always talk about having posters on the inside of the wardrobe door, Sheila.
Yeah. I don't dread to think what you're going to ask me now.
Dare I ask you? wasn't Des, or you know, wasn't who might have been?
No, it wasn't Des.
Wasn't Des?
No,
wasn't
no,
Tom,
no.
Tom, Cliff,
Tom Jones, yeah.
Bit of, what's his name? Who's that baby face looking one? He's part of the group. What's his name? Donny. Did you have Donny on your...
I don't think I did, no.
No? What was
Yeah.
He'd be very offended if you were watching. What,
Oh, yeah, do you think
he's saying, what's wrong with me? Everyone else had a poster of me. What?
I don't know, it's just, you know, it's just, we're all different, aren't we?
But who was your...
But I do like George Clooney, I have to say.
Who?
George Clooney, I do like him.
Yeah,
now.
but back, who would...
Do I have to give it away, really?
Go on.
No, there was Cliff Richard then.
Not Engelbert.
I remember having, this is going to really give my age away now, I was bought, don't laugh, an LP
Yes.
of Billy J. Kramer, who nobody will have heard of here. Anyway, that goes back, doesn't it, a long time. Yeah.
I'll look up a picture in a moment.
You will, yeah.
Because
I
heard...
can't say as I asked for it, I just
you know,
was given it.
I think, because of the age I am, whenever anyone says Billy J. Kramer, I always think Billie Jean King. I don't know why. And there's no relation between one and the other, is there?
No, and
None
she's a
at all.
tennis player and he was a musician.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she was a she and he was a he.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know
There
where
you
you
go.
were going with that. I really don't.
Daft as a box of
I have
frogs.
to think now. Who else? Yeah. Oh, it's a long time ago now.
So who was? I'm trying to think myself now. Who was on, or who is still? You might still have the wardrobe that you took from your family home to your. No. Does nobody?
There's been many a wardrobe since then.
Nobody. Anybody take their wardrobe from their bedroom, their original bedroom, and take it to their new family home, with posters or stickers still inside it? I used to get stickers from magazines of all sorts and plaster them all over the wardrobe doors. They were like little stickers. 14 of these massive, massive amethyst pendants. Now these would go very, very nicely, wouldn't they?
And they would go nicely
with those.
as well.
With
They go with the first kits as well.
they do, yeah. They would go very, very nicely. With these pendant rings that we were just looking at. If you wanted to create something,
Actually, you could have one of those dropping. That would really
Yeah.
accentuate this, wouldn't it? Really, really, with
Yeah.
what I'm putting on now.
that's a massive piece of amethyst. In fact, actually, that might just be like a talisman piece as well.
Yeah.
It might be something you put on a little bit of chain with a key ring, and just have in your bag. Not necessarily on with your keys, but it might be just something you keep in your bag, or just something you keep in the drawer. Just something that you.
On your key. Yeah, as you say, on your key ring, on your phone.
You
really.
could make a nice handbag charm as well for someone out of this, couldn't you?
Because
With
it's
lots
a
of strands of chain.
it's a really big pendant, isn't it?
Be a nice
Really,
gesture.
really is.
Be a nice gesture for, wouldn't it? For Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Oh, hang on though. You're going to have to buy her something else as well then, aren't you? Because this is far too low. That's true, she doesn't need to know. Ben jumped to she doesn't need to know there, which you're right, she doesn't need to know, but I think you will work with this as well, won't you? You won't just give it to her as it is. You'll work with it. You'll embellish it in some way. You could put it on that sterling silver chain, couldn't you? Because what was that, $6.95?
Yes, that's brilliant.
Which is, again, next to nothing.
No.
You could pop one of the eye pins through just to make a loop in the bottom of the chain, couldn't you? A little bail. Or, if you've got your bail making pliers and you've got the sufficient skill with wire, you could do that. There's so many different things you could do with this, isn't there? $9.95. It's huge. Love it. Very, very nice. Remember, if you're watching the show and you're thinking, I don't have an account, Derek, it's too much faff and hassle to set up an account, just give us a call. 0800 644 655. Seriously, the guys and girls on the phone, they are brilliant. All they need is your name, your address, payment details, and I think that's pretty much it, and they'll do the rest for you. With your first order, by the way, you get the welcome pack. Now, I've got one because it's my first official order. Brilliant.
I think
I had one before. Now I've got another one because I've made my first order. See, I was given one when we were all given one, weren't we, at the beginning? Say, make sure you tell everyone about these. So I had one anyway, which is really, really good. So I've got 2 sets of tools and findings and project cards and this, that and the other. And this would qualify, wouldn't it? This, as a first buy, would qualify, Becky, wouldn't it? Because is it £4.95 you spend on your first order and that's it? Well, this is twice that, so that's right. So you get a findings pack, you get the project cards, you get the pack of tools. It's amazing.
There's everything you need in that project, in the pack that you get. It really is amazing.
And you do get some chain as well.
You do, yeah, you do.
So you wouldn't even need to buy the sterling silver chain. Because remember, I'm not on commission anyway, but you want to grab that because it's sterling silver, and it's just £6.95. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. We get all very excited about a strand like this, and then Becky says the inevitable words in my ears. We've only got 4.
Aren't they absolutely exquisite, though?
Well, Sheila, you have one. I'll have the other. That's 2 spoken for. Aren't they wonderful?
That's a boutique strand. The
Yes,
colour of it
you're
is
right.
just, here's a beautiful. It really is stunning.
And
Look at that.
definitely, yeah. I mean, it's just amazing. Just drink in the colour. Drink in the colour. It's amazing. I would definitely, if you are, I mean, how many people love the colour blue?
I think it's such a tranquil, relaxing.
Yes, it is.
It is. It's very oceanic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Oceanic,
very sort of Mediterranean
yeah,
blue,
it is.
isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Oh, I love it. 2 have gone already. And that price, seriously. If you know anything about gemstones, particularly topaz and the blue topaz, it's the curing process, taking it from white topaz through to a blue topaz that takes so long. Obviously takes longer on Swiss and London blue, which is why the price sort of steps up accordingly. Aren't they amazing? And every one of those is like, I mean, this is, you're right, completely and utterly, this is worthy of a gold jewellery setting, because the stones are completely and utterly, I mean, I don't see any major
They're
inclusions,
flawless, aren't
do you?
they? No, they're gorgeous. Really, really are exquisite.
I mean,
They're one to own, aren't they? Really are.
They are. Well, if we had more
If we
than
had
4.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are delicious. When you look into, it's like a window into the soul as well, because it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's really, really special. And as well, when something like this arrives, you just fall in love straight away. This will be one again, and I say it so often because I still have many a strand that you just cannot go into. Do you know what I mean? Beautiful. Well done. Right, let's go next to, I forgot where that came from. 20. No, it didn't. It came from 12. I knew that was the wrong place. 15. 15, 15. Speak to me. There we go. It's like Doris Stokes. Have we had any text yet from people who had posters on their bedroom wall?
Nobody wants to own up, do they?
Who was your
idol?
Object of teenage desire?
Very well put.
Oh, Barbara in London. Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas sang Bad to Me. You're not alone, Sheila. There you go.
Oh well, there
Thanks,
you
Babs.
go.
But I'll look up a picture.
You will now. Oh gosh, that will really.
I'll look up a picture while we're looking at these.
I was only about 3 or 4 at a time, I think.
So you didn't put the poster up in the wardrobe, then somebody did it for you.
I'm telling fibs. I'm telling fibs.
Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. I'm sure I must have, having been in radio years ago, I must have played some Billy J.
You
Kramer.
must have done. He didn't last very long, I don't think.
Oh. These are quite sweet, aren't they? 100 of these. They are copper crimp beads, silver plated, and you got 100 of them. Kind of thing that always, if you're working with beading thread and you are beading wire, I should say, you've kind of, for where you want to cover up your crimps, I mean, this just, actually even in areas where you're not covering up a crimp, you can still use these because they create that lovely sort of rounded finish.
Almost like a little spacer bead.
Yeah.
They absolutely do, yeah.
And I think that the texture that they can bring to a piece is phenomenal. And actually, I think that can be a really cost-effective way of actually making beads that you can thread almost as well, can't you?
I've come up with, I'm going, I'm going to put beads up the middle.
Oh, now look.
I haven't yet, but that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look at what Sheila's
And that's
Sheila's
just
up to right now.
one section in the middle. So you've got that one section in the middle, and then you have some more draping down. I mean, you could do a lot off that basic loop there. You could make a lot of drops off there, and the next one, and the next one.
Yeah.
And then put some in the middle there, going up the middle of it.
You could.
And then just put your earring finding or whatever you want to, yeah, I think that looked lovely.
Beautiful.
I'm going to finish that today.
Yeah, fabulous. Very good. We've got plenty of time, haven't we?
Yeah.
Got plenty of time. First kit coming up at 7 o'clock tonight in Mother's Day Makes. Going to give you some really, really good ideas. And some brilliant kits to come as well. Hey, $1.95. Again, that's brilliant. To have 100 of anything at that kind of price tag, you kind of think, right, okay, I'm stacking up. I am stacking up while I can right now. What was I going to do? That's what I was going to look at. Oh, here comes Lena. Hi, Lena. She says, I had a life-size poster of John Travolta. I loved him in Greece. And some of Adamant. Oh, Stand to Deliver.
My daughter was Sarah was into him, yeah, Adamant.
Adamant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of because he was quite great to see the daddy. Sorry, I mean Derek back on our screens again. Thank you very much. Yes, I am the daddy. Claire MacDonald is the mummy, and I'm the daddy. Oh yes, yes. I still haven't made. Oh, I've put Billy K. Kramer. I'm looking for Billy J. Kramer. I just want to see a picture. Find out. What it.
What he?
Oh, quite. Oh. There's an older, less kind picture of him, which you probably don't want to see because it might shatter some teenage
illusions. Oh, look, I've cut
illusions.
the wrong bit now. Look, you've made me do that.
But yeah, I suppose he was quite a handsome old dish back in the day.
In the beginning, and in his early days,
Have a look at that picture, do you think, Sheila?
That's more like it,
yeah. Is that what you remember?
Yeah.
Happy days. That's taken Sheila back. Great.
It has actually. I remember going on a bus that,
On a bus?
having it. Yeah, I was given it on the top of a bus, would you believe?
Were you?
Yeah.
The poster?
No, the LP.
Oh, the LP, right. Okay,
That's
good.
Terrible,
the LP
isn't it?
bin.
Yeah. They're all laughing in the gallery now thinking, oh dear, how
The
sad
LP.
is that? The LP.
She's given the LP on a bus.
Shut up, Michael, in the background there. I can hear you.
It's the LP, Michael.
I can hear you.
Nothing else. Right, where are we going? Sorry. That came from 15. 15. Now we're going to 11. You and your buses. See, you've sent us all off in a spin now. You and your bus stories.
Oh dear, yeah. I couldn't drive then.
Tickets, please. Right, okay. So... We have got a bit of a seed bead bundle going on here for you. I love these. These are the kind of... I've got about 200 or 3 of these now in
Two
my...
or 300 now,
in my
have you?
delivery out the back. Now, these are all Delicas, aren't they, I do believe? We have got your Delica Opaque Red Tenos. Tenos we don't see very often, do we? There's Tenos. So they're slightly... They would be slightly... 10, 11, slightly bigger than 11 low. An 11 O. I can't speak. They would be a bit bigger, wouldn't they, Sheila?
Yeah, they would.
Yes. So we've got 10 O's in Mayuki Delica Opaque Reds. We've got Opaque Red Luster 11 O's. Okay, they all are. Yes, they all are very, very lustered. They're all Delicas. We've got silver-lined dyed red 11 O's and transparent luster red metallic 11 O's and fuchsia-lined crystal 15 O's and transparent red orange 15 O's. That's good. So we've got 10s, we've got 11s and we've got 15s. Brilliant. Actually, I bought quite a lot of 11 and 15s on that naughty afternoon with Lucy. It was like an indulgent afternoon.
Oh, it
Excuse
does
me.
you good anyway.
Yeah. But you know, when you
feel good and you look really forward to having the parcel arrive. And,
Yes.
Well, yours didn't, but...
Well, I had to wait had to wait 3 months because I forgot they came here. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tubes of Miyuki Delicas, 10s, 11s and 15s, nice range of sizes as well. I mean, if you've been thinking about some of the amazing, great big makes that we've had recently, congratulations, by the way, to everyone that got on Monday morning, got the fantastic Dragon DVD with Nadia and Alison. I really, I was with them for the DVD. We filmed it, I can't remember, just after New Year, I think it was. My word, that's such a
phenomenal amount of work.
Epic.
Isn't it? Oh.
I mean, really epic, but so beautiful, so worthy of all the work you're going to put into it. It's brilliant. And of course, the great thing about that project is that you can go freestyle.
Yeah.
You can change, you know, where you had that dragon scale seed beading at the front. You could change that around for different colours.
That's right,
And
yeah.
then it gave people ideas about unicorns, and unicorns are a massive thing at the moment. Just think about these colours in relation to unicorns, mermaids, you know, those mythological creatures, birds, butterflies. If you think about that and the detail that 10.0, 11.0 and 15.0 give you, brilliant. I was talking to the ladies who were seed beading today in Joe Barclay Logie's workshop today. And they were loving it. And the thing is with seed beading is, and I know there's quite a few people who still haven't yet said, right, I'm going to give seed beading a try for the first time. And I think a lot of jewellery makers who maybe work with chain and wire and beads ordinarily and think, no, seed beading, it's not for me, not for me, not for me. And then there's that day where you say, go on then, I'm going to give it a go. I'm not going to like it, but I'm going to give it a go.
But seed beads can go into lots of other areas as well, like textile work.
Yes.
And so it can go over so many different areas, because I do a lot with seed beads in textiles.
Yes, because we have, remember, I think one of our last shows when you were doing your shibori with lovely lines of seed beads, and it really, it brings together the shibori.
Yes, it does. And with the gemstones as well, it sort of changes the look, doesn't it?
That's an amazing little bundle, by the way. Hello, Mrs. Wender in Oxfordshire. I got a dragon kit to take on my cruise, Derek. All right, you will love it. You will love it. Derek, you presented the Dragon DVD. Wow, can't wait to get mine, then I can watch you all the time then. Hey! Yes, it was brilliant. You won't see much of me on the DVD. I'm there at the beginning, and then to marvel at what goes on in there. Yippee, it's Derek. Missed you loads. Can't wait for the banter. Thank you. It's lovely to be back, actually. It has been a long, long time. Too long. Here's Beverly in Hertfordshire as well. She says, one of my early heartthrobs was Frank Ifield. I remember you.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true.
I had the song.
Oh,
you know when you said Billy J. Kramer earlier? I had the song Little Children in my head, and that is a Frank Ifield song, isn't it? Isn't it?
No, that's Billy J. Kramer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Children.
An Australian who kind of yodeled.
Do you know,
I remember
my eyesight's
you.
getting worse.
I think my nan had a Frank Ifield, because I can sort of remember. I remember you.
Yeah.
Do you know my nan, who's long since up there or wherever you go, God love her. She had a Slim Whitman album, and I think she I think she had a bit of a thing about Slim.
Yeah, oh
When
gosh.
I'm calling you.
I remember my mum, yeah. God.
Right, we've got one more to do before we leave this
I
hour.
just think we've lost the plot in the gallery.
Bit of a nostalgic hour, this, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's like Pick of the Pops, take 3 tonight. Sheila and Derek.
Dear.
Have I picked up the wrong one? Have I picked up the wrong one? Is this one all right? It was what? It was in number 4. Oh, okay, that's all right then. It's a big labradorite pebble cabochon. That's huge. I have got my own still at home. I've got my own huge. In fact, it's a little bit bigger than this. This is beautiful, isn't it? 500 carats of gorgeous labradorite. Now, I didn't think we were able to get hold of pieces that were this big these days. That's very, very good indeed. 500 carat piece. Delicious.
Gosh,
Look at that.
That is big,
Yum,
isn't
yum,
it?
yum, yum, yum. How many of these do we have? Okay, we have less than 40 of these, which is not the greatest of news. The greatest of news. Why do I want to say news is? Greatest of news. Anyway, yeah, probably just for fun. I'd be interested to know where this goes to. Let's go to a silly price, shall we? That is very, very good. Considering this is cabochon as well. Think of all of the...
That's mega, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a cabochon so large.
It is pretty hefty, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe a base for a wirework, maybe a wirework tree of life or something like that. Or is it too good for that? What do you think?
I would make a really big, well, it would be a big statement piece around the neck. Wirework it.
It would be quite hefty, I think.
I don't know, though. Yeah, but...
Well, feel the weight.
I'll let you feel it.
Feel the weight. You can see the size, but feel the weight.
Oh, yeah, it would a bit.
That might be a bit,
The weight
you know,
is, even on the, yeah.
might be a bit onerous.
We'd have a pair of earrings. Oh my gosh, that would affect the lobes, wouldn't it?
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, you could, yeah, tree of life.
Well, have a little think about that. We will be back in just a few moments from now. Thank you, my darling. And Sheila makes. Now, sorry, I keep getting in the way of this. It looks like others makes, like somebody else makes. It's not at all. It's Mother's Day makes. So we're going to continue with that in just a few moments. Please do stick along. Stay right where you are. Some fabulous kits to come and lots more here at JM. So stay right where you are. We're back after this break.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today?
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Good job, I like you. Sorry.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we're back on air now, Sheila.
Yes, we are.
No, I just said something rather unfortunate during the break there. And you're not happy now, are you?
No.
And the thing is, I can't tell
No, it's not. Yeah. Yes, please.
The thing is, I can't tell you what it is, unfortunately, because it's one of those things that has to be kept behind closed doors. Apparently, I've dug myself a bit of a hole. It's not what I meant, though. You know,
No.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm blaming Michael anyway.
Because it's like being here with my. I want to say sister because I never had a sister.
Did you
see?
not? Aw.
No, I'm an only child.
Aw.
Would you be my sister, Sheila?
I will.
Sister Sheila. Turned you into a nun now.
It's getting worse
There's
now.
nothing wring with that, is there?
No, there isn't. No,
Nothing
they're
wrong with
very,
that.
No.
Right.
I love the programme as well, where they're in that. Have you seen it?
Where they
nuns.
sing?
No, never mind.
Not Sister
I'll tell
Act.
you in the next break.
Oh,
now.
okay, all right.
Nearly said the next act then.
If she's talking to me, then. Anyway, right, so it's Sheila and Derek tonight here on Jewellery Maker. You know Sheila, of course. You're probably less likely to know me because I only pop up from time to time.
But you know when he does.
And we know why. We know why. Little man makes a big impression.
Oh dear, don't make me.
No, not again.
Not again.
Now, before we get going with our mate, you all right there?
Yes, I'm fine, thank
Okay,
you.
just put the glass eye back in.
Don't
Who's
say
she?
that. Oh,
What? What's up?
I've got cataract. Don't say that. It worries me that. Never mind. Sight.
Oh.
Eyes.
Oh,
yeah.
it's all right. It's all fine. It's all fine. She's crying now. That's it.
They are. Well, no, we were saying, weren't we, just before we came on air, how beautiful they are.
Yes.
They really, really are. They're so just beautiful. They just catch your eye straight away, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's all of those different colours. I love the fact that this graduates as well.
Yeah.
Very few pearl strands graduate, do
But
they?
it's a very delicate graduation, isn't it? You know.
Very, very
Very,
springtime.
very, yeah. Gorgeous.
And this is one to just, I think, it's funny with pearls because you're so lucky. I sometimes think here at JM we should just put all of our pearls into dedicated days. We shouldn't show you them on a daily basis, is my personal opinion, because I think we so much take for granted that every single day, one way or another, we can buy some pearls from JM if we want to. And I think it stops you from realising.
But not these.
No.
Because we don't get these very often.
No.
Do
I mean,
we?
these are graduating up to
a standalone, aren't they?
They are, and they're unusual sizes actually. I mean, they're starting at a really big size. They're starting around a 12 by 12, which is massive in the pearl market anyway. But going up to 16 by 17 is just ridiculous. But the reason I say that we should hold on to our pearls and say, okay, here's a special event for pearls, is, excuse me, because we know we can get them whenever we want them from here at JM. We forget to look in the jewellers' windows. We forget to look in the real world and see how much one tiny pearl on a little tiny bit of sterling silver can set us back. And particularly when you're looking towards events, how many of you watching right now, now ladies, I know it's not you, but how many gents who are watching with their ladies right now left Valentine's to the last minute, like, you know, guilty as charged, me too, and ended up spending a lot more for a lot less? Does that make sense? Because you panic buy, so you just buy the first thing that you see regardless of the price. When it comes to Mother's Day, it's really nice to put some really, really, really good thought into either your Mother's Day makes that you are selling, might be to those last minute buyers, you never know, or something that you want to create right now. This is an amazing opportunity. There are only 7 though, unfortunately.
I would be so thrilled if I had that for a mother's gift. It is absolutely beautiful. And I went to America years, and I know I've said this before, but maybe everybody's not aware, but when I went to the States, we sort of saw where they were catching and where they got the oysters and the pearls. And one pearl was £32, just one pearl. Well, it'd be more in dollars. I mean, I don't know, but I just worked it out.
Directly. Oh, is it one of those where
one of those where they actually, they're in the oyster shell. Yeah, £32. So I mean, for and that's just for one.
That's just for one.
It's just for one.
And that's going to be an average size pearl, I guess, isn't it?
Yes.
That's going to be a 6 or a 7 or an 8.
Exactly. Yes, it wasn't as big as. Yeah. No way. No.
And the smallest pearl on here is around about the 12mm diameter. That's...
And we've got how many on there?
Okay. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22.
So if you times 22 by 32, what's that?
Lots.
A lot.
It's about 600
there you go.
something.
Which, if you were to see
About
something
10
like
times the
that,
price,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And if you were to try and buy, see, sometimes also seeing them all on a strand can be a little bit kind of misleading in terms of their value, because if you took just that one largest pearl at around about the 16, 17mm, you could pay multiples of this price tag for just a single pearl like that.
But because of the pearl, the look of it, you can tell instantly that it is what it is.
Yeah, because they're almost like baroque, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got so many different. There's your very pale lilacs, there's your pinks, there's your... But all different, aren't they? They're all totally different in their colour, but they look similar, but they're not, so...
Well, let me tell you, how many did we start off with, Becky? Okay, we started with just 9 opportunities, and we have 3 remaining. So they've gone very, very quickly. You know that, see, you know also that I'm not the kind of presenter that shouts and screams and jumps through the camera at you and drags you into the screen to make you buy something. You'll buy something when you're ready to buy.
Yes, exactly.
It has to be the quality of the goods in front of you, and the price has to be right. I can scream the place down until I'm blue in the face, but if the price is wrong or the quality of what you're seeing isn't right, you won't buy it. Nothing I can say will make any difference to that. And Sheila as well. And Sheila's been here since before day 1 of Jewellery Maker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's what's the word I'm looking for? Well, yeah.
Well, you and Linda gave birth to Jewellery Maker, didn't you,
Linda came just after me. We brought her on board afterwards. Yeah. I dragged her in, you know.
A long time now, isn't it?
8 years, yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're well established for the quality of the gems that we do get and buy, and you don't see those in many places.
And there is a massive variation in quality of pearls available. I mean, I've seen various qualities, you know, over the years, and sometimes it's only when you see what can be done that you look back and think, oh gosh, actually what I thought was quite good back then isn't necessarily, you know.
And I mean now, you know, like tanzanite and various other different gemstones, you don't get the quantity now because it's not so easy to mine now and to get them, and you know, everybody's trying to find out, you know, find some new gemstones, but it isn't easy these days. It's changed. So what we do get, you know, we have to get it while we can.
Treasure while it's there.
Yeah.
Congratulations, well done. That has been very, 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 very busy indeed. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you know I just did that?
You did?
Just you have this hold
They'll
over
miss
me.
these. I can't have these. No, I can't have these. But I'll look
just
after
giving
them.
the stock away, by the way. It's fine.
I'll just look. No, I'll give them there for Mikey to have.
Right. Let's look at your first kit then, shall we, Mrs?
We certainly will.
Wowzers. Where do we start? That's a big old carnival of bits and pieces to be getting on with here, isn't it?
I think it's a lovely sort of, rose quartz is a lovely sort of gemstone for a mum, isn't it? You know, it's sort of
soft.
Love and soft. And
it is a little bit maternal, isn't it?
It is,
it's a lovely soft pink.
It is,
I love the fact that we've got the hair combs in there as well. And it's great, you know, and this is the wonder of Jewellery Maker, and you'll find that you discover things along the way with Jewellery Makers. You might look at hair combs like that and you think, Well, I can nip into any of those sort of, you know, cheapy accessory type shops and I can buy stuff like that, can't I? You can, but it's what you can do with these and the way that they're constructed that makes them far more versatile than the fact that you literally, you know, you use it to attach bits and pieces onto and then just pop it into your hair. There are so many different things you can do. In fact, I still have...
I'm going to show... Oh, I could show that, but I haven't done that with it today.
No, but I still have.
Where I showed you that circle.
That lovely, like it's almost like a lotus flower.
It's almost like what they used to wear around if you had a bun, isn't it? That sort of thing.
Yeah. And I've still got that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've
still
got
wear it.
Only at the weekend, Sheila. We agreed not to talk about that. That's why I'm very busy at the weekends. This is amazing. Now, in this kit, we've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the hair slides. We have got 20 metres of gorgeous pearl-coloured copper wire.
And it is pearl. It's not silk. It's pearl, and it goes, as you can see, it goes beautiful on the necklace with the connectors that I've made.
And you've got 10 metres of 0.4 and 10 metres of 0.8.
Yeah.
Which is just brilliant. 0.8 is just perfect for this kind of design.
It is, for the swirls, yes, it is.
Amazing.
And I've got loads and loads left. I mean, you could have done a bracelet with it. You can do different things. You can do the same. I'll show you what you can actually do with these links as well to make them just a bit different.
So we're going to see that being constructed in just a second. You've also got your Aurora Borealis Swarovskis, and you've got that beautiful rose quartz, the fancy piece, which is almost like a sort of like a fan shape, isn't it? It's beautiful, and it's not carved or anything like that. So what you could do is you could create a lovely sort of filigree with your wire across the top of that if you wanted to as well, couldn't you?
As I say, with the combs here, I've used the rose quartz top drilled. And you can just cluster those and just put them on top of a comb. And then with the other one, then it's just swirls. And I've used some of the little Swarovskis to go inside each swirl. Let me turn that round the other way.
They are stunning.
Just to go inside the other swirls, and then just brought a few out. You know, so you can do just so many different things with it. It's all about what your imagination wants to do. And
do you know what you could use those combs for as well? I'm just thinking out loud here, because you can use them as a base, if you like, and build upon them. And of course, you can sew through them and everything else.
You can cut them in half if you want to as well, and use them as a vine. You can do a vine.
Could you use them for like custom? If you had a denim jacket or something, and you wanted to cover the whole of the front of that with seed beading or pearls or gemstones,
you could pop it. Yeah,
you could make it like almost like a brooch, couldn't you? I guess, get a brooch pin at the back.
Yeah.
See, that's how versatile these are. So don't look at these in isolation as what they are.
And also, as you were talking about earlier on, you can take the middle out of the comb. In fact, I could do one just to show.
Yes.
If you want.
Well, we'll do our demo first.
We'll do the demo, and then I will show you at another point. You know what?
Right. Yeah. Let's have a little look at the kit. See, I have to say, for me, and I know I haven't been around for a little while now, but price-wise, for me, this feels like the Swarovskis and the rose quartz strand. It doesn't feel like anything else should be in there for $24.95, especially when this is the pearl-coloured wire.
That is gorgeous. It is lovely. It is a bridal wire, isn't it? Or a special occasions wire.
It's gorgeous. Now this is part. There are two kits in this. So the jewellery that Sheila has made has come from. Is it two kits in this one, or is it one kit in this one? It's the one, sorry. But we have got a kit coming up later at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes, which is wonderful. I love the fact that you've got the pearl-coloured wire because it's so lustrous.
And it can go a long, 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 long way, the wire is. And you can make so many different connectors and different, using that wire. You can make a swirl necklace, as I've done the swirl on the comb here. You can actually make a swirl necklace like that, as I've done with the clasps.
And I think the pearl-coloured wire, when you're creating like a coil, which you have done on the hair combs there, I think sometimes a silver wire can just be that little bit... Yes. I mean, you can mix the silver and the pearl together, so then you've got contrast, but sometimes just the silver on its own can be a little bit too much, can't it?
It's just got that lovely lustre to it, hasn't it? It's that shiny pearl. Yeah.
It's
not stark.
It looks
silk.
professionally done.
Yeah.
As well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so easy to do, and yeah, and as I said, you can actually do a necklace like that as well.
Wonderful. £24 and 95 pence then if you would like the kit. And remember, there is so much going on in the kit. But let's see some demo, because if you've looked at that lovely necklace...
I think
where's
there's
it gone?
6 pieces, I think, on there. 6 pieces out of that.
And did you have plenty left over?
Yeah, oh, loads of the wire. Yeah, loads of it. Yeah.
Brilliant. And that's one you'll definitely want in your stash and you want to keep hold of as well.
Because it's the pearl, yeah, absolutely. Well, I thought I'd show the links on the necklace with the pendant on there.
Lovely. Beautiful.
Okay.
This is what we're going to see right now.
So we use the 0.8 wire that comes within the kit, okay? And then just cut a piece about 5 inches, depending how long you want these links to be. I mean, this is what they look like if we come down. I've sort of placed them out for you so you can see. So we have the links here. You can't, I did ask for a blackboard, but it never came, so we're looking white on white really. But so you've got these shapes here. Can you see that these shapes are all that you use? Just these shapes here. That's all you use. And then you put 2 together with your coils facing, and then the next one goes the opposite way, and it joins into the link. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then it goes the 2 pointing that way, and then that just links onto that, and then 2 again, and then linking. Yeah?
Fabulous.
Can you see how that?
Yeah.
So what you do then is you just fold this in half, so that you're getting that sort of, and then at least doing it like this, you get them exactly the same, and you can sort of push them in a bit, so you're getting that bit of a sort of a bend like so. You see that there, and we turn it up the other way. So you can actually see that that's how you first get your shape there.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, and then, and it's longer obviously because you then get your round nose pliers, and then you're curling the end in. Okay, and then get your flat nose pliers and keep turning it round. Just sort of hold the circle and then just keep turning it round. And then you want to do it until you've got about 3 rounds. So we've gone now twice nearly, again twice nearly, round again.
Do you have to be careful about pinching the pearl wire? It won't,
No,
it
doesn't matter. It doesn't affect it at all, as you can see now. That's, well, you can't let me see it, put it on top of the red. You can actually see it there. You see it hasn't damaged the wire or anything. Or so, and then just sort of check that it's roughly the same size. So turn it around the other way, then I can see it's just a little bit bigger. So we need to just push that in a little bit and then take it up a little bit more, okay? So they're almost the same size now there. Take it a little bit more and then do the other side, okay? So you can see how that's coming into shape now. There. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then do the same on the opposite side. Exactly the same, just roll it in. Right into the middle there, and then whoops, sliding, and then just again do it round the other way. I've got it the wrong way round, haven't I? I've done that the wrong way round. I can snip that off. It won't matter, so snip that off. Just make sure, not like I've just done, make sure that because you're rolling it that way, you've got to roll this one in the opposite direction. Whoops.
It's strange because you'd think that was going to be too long, but it comes together really nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah, because if you think you're getting a bigger, yeah, you're absolutely right, excuse me, that's, yeah, so just make sure that you're pushing it round as you go round, like so, and then just make sure, so we've got 1, 2, nearly, so if we just take that up to there, like so, then you've got the two of them on there. Whoops. So if I hold that, you'll see how that's come out now. Yeah.
There we go.
So there, just that one just goes up a little bit more. So there you've got all of these now, which imagine that you've made quite a few of those, okay? And then you use some, I'd got some large in my stash, some large jump rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then in this particular...
So we're doing almost some chainmail now then.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to link these two links together. Okay, so imagine we're linking sort of the round sections there at the top together. And then on the next one that you do, you put these through the holes, like so.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you link it.
And which size jump rings are you using there?
They are the larger ones that we sell. I think we
Okay.
just sell the sterling silver ones, and then we've got the normal size, and then these are the large jump rings.
Okay.
Which, so I'm just going to do those up now. So I'll lift it up because it's easier. So if you just sort of just close that up and then just push it together. There you go. So that's one, and then put the other one in. And it does, once you've actually make all the links first, and then it's just a case of put it, so I need my other pair of, there you go. Oops. There we go. So those are now joined together. And then you actually, I've joined them up and I've got these to put together, haven't I? So these now, so I've got to work them up again.
Okay, right, so you need to put them through, yes, of course, the next set.
Yeah, sorry, there we go. So you need to put those through. So we should turn that round. No, that's the wrong way round, isn't it? There we go. And then open that up again. It does sit, as you can see, it sometimes just gets a bit, whoops, tangled up. Oh dear, that one, there we go. That wasn't supposed to happen, was it? What have I done there? I haven't done anything, I don't think. I think it's just got tangled up in the, I don't know, I'll have to open that up again now because I don't know what I've done there. Live TV, hang on a minute. I think I've just caught it in another link, I think.
You can see there that continuation, so just make sure that your two sides, if you like, are just...
So there we go. What it done, it got tangled up in the other, so there we go. So that's now got to join on to that one there. Okay, it's best to pick it up actually because you can't really do it when it's sort of, and then make sure that you move that link out of the way, otherwise it'll get tangled up. And then this is what we were doing before. We're going to, let's take this one off. So now these two here, just push them in again, and then they're going to sit like so, because we've got them two there, we've got the one there, and then we've got them two again. It's just getting these in, so I'm going to hold it up because otherwise I'll get in a tangle again. So just put that one on. So it's because you're talking as well and then trying to, there we go, close that up. Doesn't happen again. No, there we go. And then you've just got to make sure that your jump ring is sitting up proud.
Yeah.
Rather than, there we go, let's find
because that will keep the two...
Because it'll keep it, yeah, otherwise it sort of fell. And so if I do that again now...
north, south.
Yeah, exactly. So get that other one now, pop that in there. But it's just a nice sort of, it gives a nice finish, doesn't it?
It's beautiful, and the way that it follows...
it does, and it sits really quite proudly. And then, so what you do again then is pop on another one. That always makes sure that you've got your four there, then you one, then you four, then you one, and you four. So you've got the loop going the other way in between. Yeah? Does that make...
I do, yeah, no. I think that's quite nice for people who haven't quite got to grips with chainmail.
And also wire work as well.
This would be quite a good, little challenge, wouldn't it?
It's not a, as you can see now, so that was the 4 coils there, and then you go to no coil, then 4 coils. That makes sense saying it like that. So there's 4 coils there, no coils, then 4 coils. So that one there will fall there again where you put the...
And where you've got the links, you can take pieces off in different directions if you wanted to.
You
as
could
well,
even
couldn't
put some gemstones on that.
Yeah,
link. You could make some roll wrap and pop some gemstones on there.
Yeah.
And then, so just follow it around until you've got enough.
Maybe a nice bead of something.
Yes,
where the two jump rings, they're sort of sitting open, almost lends itself to...
Yes, you could actually...
Doesn't it? Oh, stop it.
So clever.
I've had an idea.
You have. The only one little problem is you might not get that. You'd probably need some larger whole gemstones to fit in with the larger.
Yes.
But if you'd got some sterling silver, then you could put the Swarovski in between there, or even some seed beads.
Yeah.
Because the seed beads have got very, very generous holes, so you could have. It's a good idea, actually.
Well, thank you. That's high praise indeed from you.
You could put some seed beads in there and then link it. Yeah.
Or if you take one of the those gorgeous pearls that we had before. If you had those, see, I'm now just thinking, if you
they'd be too big.
If you sat, well, one of the smaller ones maybe, or also a smaller pearl in general.
A smaller pearl, but there again,
where the jump rings are sat like that. If you threaded through them with even a fine wire, maybe
you could have them. You could have. No, I don't think that would work.
No, you couldn't do it to the swirls, could you? You could do it to the. You could do it to the back of the pair of the jump rings together.
But you could actually link some pearls or choice onto them, as in with wire. Yeah, but you couldn't. You probably wouldn't get them into the swirls and the jump ring as well.
No, but if you had the two jump rings with their bottoms touching each other like that,
but then it wouldn't sit properly then.
That's true. And that's why you're the guest expert and I'm just the hired help.
No, but it's good to think, because that's the only way. It's the only way you come up with different things, because sometimes you don't always see it, and that's why you learn from each other, don't you? So.
And you're still working on that other earring there as well, aren't you?
Well, I've just put some in the middle there, and I thought we'll just get some other bits to come down there.
If you missed these earlier, they'll be on the earlier items if you're looking on the website. We have these lovely sterling silver rings, which have got one hole at the top and then 3 drill holes at the bottom.
So you can drop lots more down by the side there, yeah.
That's lovely.
Very different, very different.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's very, very good, and I'm sorry for having ideas that weren't possible.
Because that's the only way you work them out, isn't it?
It's very true. Yeah. Let me remind you of the kit and what's in the kit, because there's an awful lot in this kit, actually, and Sheila's managed to make, how many did we say, 6?
Oh, no, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. 7 different pieces.
2 combs left, loads of wire left.
Yeah. So here's the selection of what Sheila has made this evening. Well, not this evening. She's made it over a period of time. She didn't just run it up before we came in. And here's what's in the kit. So you've got 20 metres of that pearl-coloured silver, pearl-coloured copper wire.
It's beautiful.
10 metres at 0.4, which would be great if you want to do any weaving as well with the wire, which you did on the. What did you weave on one of the? Yeah, and also.
Oh, and on the other one, yes.
Yeah. Is it one at the end? I can't see from here.
No, I can't.
There's one at the end.
It's wandered off somewhere.
And
there you go.
10 metres of the 0.8 gauge as well.
Yes, yes.
Which is great. Yes. 5 of the hair combs. This great long strand of top drilled rose quartz.
There's a long strand, isn't it? There's a lot on there.
Yeah. Plus this little fan-shaped sort of ready-made pendant, if you like, of rose quartz. Plus you've got the 3mm Swarovski AB bicones as well, which are really, really useful, and you've used them in lots of different ways, haven't you?
That'll go a long, long way, yeah.
$24.95, that's good.
Yeah, I have.
Really
I've used them in the little bracelet as well,
yeah,
which is quite a nice, it's got a lovely sheen to it because you've got the Swarovski, and then you've also got some spaces in between, you see.
That's
so it makes a really, really lovely sparkling bracelet.
It does. Lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I am going to try that on the wire. I'm not going to go for the pearl-coloured wire because I think that you kind of treat that as precious, don't you? I think. I'm going to try it with some.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. In
some
fact,
bare copper. So just need about 5 inches.
About 5 inches. Yeah. So I'm
Fold
going
it
to
in
cut
half.
some for you in a bit, and you can take them home with you for your homework.
Thank you. My homework. I always get homework from Sheila, which is good. No, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's good because it sends you off in a different direction, doesn't it?
Oh,
these are very cute.
They're lovely.
Now they're very diddy.
Very sparkly.
Like me. Do you know what I'm thinking? You know the earrings that you're.
Those.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. Do you know we had some ring mounts that were like that had like almost like sieve holes on the top.
Yes, I did a ring for my friend's 2 daughters like that
years
ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with the sieve
I wonder
rings.
if we still have those ring mounts because that would be really good to do a cluster design.
But just stunning. I mean, with the chain, that 695 chain we had earlier on.
Yeah.
And just you could just drop some of that
Yes.
intermittently along the chain. What a gorgeous, maybe with
These
a
are
pearl.
beautiful.
Wouldn't they look lovely?
They're difficult to see on screen. You get, Becky thinks it's around about 100 that you get of these, and these are true to crystal. Oh, now that's new to me. So they're like a crystal bead. They're beautiful, aren't they? And they are fire polish beads. Oh, okay, so fire polish beads, but not on a strand. It's as simple as that, Derek. I love fire polish beads, as you know.
those.
They are delicious.
Oh.
They're so bright, actually. They're like diamonds.
Aren't they?
They
They
are
would
like
be
diamonds.
lovely for your textile work, you know,
Yeah.
and your shibori,
Shibori,
and and your bridal. Absolutely exquisite.
And actually, if you're creating sort of animal designs in your seed beading, and you
Yes.
wanted something a little more
Yes.
sparkly for eyes or
Yes.
details,
Yes.
tips
Yeah.
of wings, whatever it might be, that's a good idea. That's 2 good ideas I've had in one night,
He's
Sheila.
off, isn't he? Tell you what, no stopping him now.
Well, you know, after a couple of months of not being here, I've plenty of
You've
time
had
to
time
think
to,
about it.
you have been doing a lot,
Plenty of
haven't
time
you?
to think about it, you see. $5.95. Fire polish
They
beads
are
are
lovely, I
great
love
anyway,
those.
but these are just a little bit.
Special,
Have you got a little smidge of 0.4 there? I don't wonder if a
haven't got
0.4
any
will go through here.
No, I haven't.
Let's cut a bit off this then,
Hang
shall
on.
we?
No, I might have a little head pin. Here we go. How about a head pin? Have that
Oh, okay.
sterling silver
Yeah.
head pin.
All right, I'll have a little head pin.
Have a little head
Because
pin.
I'm just thinking, they're going to be about a 0.4, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very
Lovely.
special.
I
There you go.
come here to think, right, okay, I'm just going to act out all of my ideas. Get paid for this.
See, look, I know. It's great, isn't it?
Still the same rate as it was last year, though. We've not had a rise. Still 2 and 6. That's all I get.
Well, that's giving his age away now. 2 and 6.
Look at that. Now there, even if you wanted to,
Look at those. They are beautiful.
aren't they stunning? And that's just a couple of them. They are nice.
Are they faceted?
Yes.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, quite
They're
intricately
stunning,
actually.
Yeah.
And they're very easy to pick up, even given the fact that my eyesight's not as great as it used to be. But the drill holes in them are actually quite substantial, and that must be about a 0.4 mil head pin.
Yes, it
And
is.
that works rather nicely. Oh, you know what you could do? This is what we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? You could.
There's no end of different things you could
Let
do.
me just
there.
pick some up because you can almost use it like a beading needle, a head pin, can't you? You can pick up a few
Yes, you can.
at the same time, except when you're trying to do it live on the telly, of course.
You're doing very well.
And then they go.
Oh, look,
Go
I'm to
slowly.
you today, aren't I?
Well, so you are.
Really well.
I know. That's what happens when we have a little break. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
There
You
you
see.
go.
You know when well, you won't have seen it,
Oh, look at
Sheila,
that.
but I did a little status update on my Facebook with us together from our last show. And our last show, as far as I can remember, I think through my records, my extensive
your
records,
records.
was Black Friday.
Really?
Remember in those very, very attractive yellow and black
we had
t-shirts.
the t-shirts, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Oh, look,
Look
that's
at that.
No, I would take that. You know how I've taken these Swarovski through?
Yeah.
I would take those through
Through the middle.
like that and have them suspend. Yeah, How gorgeous. Oh, that I love
Yeah.
that.
See, that's
I
just
love
going to give you
sparkle.
dimension, isn't
Yes.
it? That's the thing. Something so small and tiny, you might think, well, that's not going to make a great deal of difference, but it's the dimension that it adds, it's the texture that it adds, because just that little bit of movement is just superb. It just lights the whole thing up.
Did you see the BAFTA awards the other night?
No.
Well, there was an article in the paper afterwards about all the earrings that the ladies were doing, that they were wearing, and how you'd look at them and think, yeah, that would be £3,000 or... Anyway, Julie Walters had got a pair on, and they were absolutely stunning, and you would notice them, and they really suited her, and they were, like, not expensive.
Oh, really?
So to look from, you know, from that price point to the thousands and thousands that you can just get, the same effect for so much less.
And the
same as, you know, here, what we sell and what we have.
And the big difference is, it's your own design.
Absolutely.
See, that's what I love about, because I actually, when I started here, it was just for the pure love of being in this studio, loving gemstones, loving working with the guests, loving being with you, of course. But I never imagined that I would necessarily see the appeal for myself of, you know, getting stuck in.
And you are now.
There's no stopping me. And it's just because I just think the freedom to be able to make whatever you want to is so liberating, isn't it? To be able to just say, right, I can take inspiration from things that I see out and about the big wide world, but I don't have to follow the crowd.
Yeah.
And I've made it, and I never really understood that sense of achievement until I started making. And then when you first make your pieces, the first couple of pieces, you just think, no, you have an embarrassment factor, and you just say, well, I can't ever show the world that.
Well, I think it's confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but everybody can make jewellery.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how you learn, and you learn from each other, and and it's so therapeutic, I think.
Oh, it's amazing.
I think it
I never saw myself with a beading needle and a pot of seed beads in my life at all. If you'd have told me that 2 years ago, Sheila, I would have laughed you out of the room. But there's something about putting down your mobile phone, not doing anything else but getting, you know, stuck into some beading, jewellery making, whatever it may be. They're those fire polish beads. I just wanted to put those in with these just so you could see how well they'd work with. But you know, when you've been sat there, and I was saying to the ladies today in the workshop, there's sometimes that you've been sitting there for like 3 or 4 hours without knowing, and you think, I haven't had a cup of tea, I haven't had anything to eat.
I haven't been to the... No.
You look at the clock and you
haven't
think,
had lunch,
how that day's just gone.
Yeah.
It's now dark again. Aren't these great? Spacer beads, rose gold and yellow gold plated, and £12.95, and that's going to give you 300, which is good, 100 in each colour.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It's great to mix your metals as well.
Yeah, it
really
is. Oh, it really is, yeah.
That's quite a deep rose gold as well, actually. That's quite a deep rose gold. Some of them can be quite light, and this one's quite a deep rose gold. Love that. And honestly,
Rose gold is very in vogue now, isn't it?
Oh,
in everything,
yeah.
You know, your family, your sort of home.
Well, you look at in High Street, when you're looking at interiors and you're looking to buy, you know, these metal bowls and candle holders, you know, and things like that. How many of them are copper or rose gold coloured these days? And all the big designers. I was watching that, you know, that flat pack programme about IKEA. Other furniture stores are available. I didn't realise they were like the biggest furnishing company in the world. Does make sense though, doesn't it, really, if you think about it? But they're working with Tom Dixon, aren't they? A very famous designer, and they created some bed sofa thing with him. But if you look at a lot of his sort of interior bits and pieces that you can buy, lovely textured copper bowls and candle holders,
really
and geometric shapes. They're amazing. Right. Love this gemstone. Love this gemstone. How have we got so much of it back so soon? That's really good. I assume we're going to Madagascar, are we, for this? Yeah, thought so. I can always tell a mile away.
You can, an apatite.
It is Madagascan apatite.
It's got that distinctive colour, hasn't it?
It
you
is.
can recognise it straight away.
Yeah, and because there are other locations for apatite, but the colours vary. And actually, there's some apatite that's sort of more greenish looking, which I think for me is a slightly less attractive colour. You know, almost like there's a little bit of, almost like, I don't want to say it quite too loud, but almost like there's a little bit mould growing on it. You know, like on a blue cheese, that kind of veining
it's just
that
a
comes
gorgeous,
through.
gorgeous strand.
But this is just spot on. This is wonderful. Such a bright, inspiring colour, and there are so many people yet to discover this gemstone because it just isn't around. It just is not around. How? Sorry, have they suddenly found another massive deposit on Madagascar? Because look at the price we're about to do here. The phone lines will go crackers for this. I know. And it's wheels. It's wheels. And wheels are a fabulous shape, I think, because they just all sit so neatly next to each other, and there's no gaps in the middle. You know, sometimes with certain gemstones, with rounds, with beads, you're going to always have that gap in the middle. You're always going to have that feeling of, oh, I'd love to close that gap in some way. And sometimes you can do it with seed beads and spacers and other things. But actually, with a gemstone so beautiful, I often don't want to tinker with it. I just want to say, you know what, enjoy that gemstone, enjoy that colour, dive into that ocean of blue. Sometimes it doesn't need anything else.
No, but it's amazing how many colours will go with that. Your lilacs look lovely with apatite, your pinks, everything really, everything on there would go with it.
I tell you what goes really, really nicely.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Black spinel. We've got a bit of a mini showcase coming up at 9 o'clock. Do you know I haven't shown you the must-have? Not once tonight. I must do that. I will do it, I promise. After this, I will show you the must-have, because it's diamonds. Just drop that in as a little mention right now. Yeah, it's diamonds tonight. Shall I show you now? Let me show you now. I love this. I love this. Okay. I think Becky said to me this was a former deal of the day. We have not many chances remaining. Not many of these remaining. And it's going to be an amazing must-have tonight at 8:30. Whew. Can't wait. It is going to be incredible. Really, really amazing. I've shown you yellow diamond strands of similar sizes. I've shown you teal blue diamond strands like this before. And I think it's delicious. I really do. Right, I have got some pearl rondelles for you next.
See, those would go lovely with the apatite as well, wouldn't they?
They go well with these black diamonds as well, actually.
They certainly would, without a doubt.
They would go amazingly. Do you know that the great thing with pearl rondelles, I think for people who are working with pearls for the first time, again, similar to the wheels in the apatite, rondelles just sit and nestle so beautifully next to each other. So if you want that complete pearl look, if you want that very, very simple first few pearl pieces of jewellery, and it's often what people do, will either pearl knot a bracelet, or they'll go for a stretchy bracelet of pearls. Now, what I would say is I'm not so sure about the stretch bracelet, because I think these are
You don't really want to lose any of your pearls, do you?
That's the thing. They're so precious. They're so beautiful that I don't think you want to run the risk of
losing any.
I think however carefully and however exactingly you tied that knot in the elastic, you would always have in the back of your mind. You wouldn't relax wearing them, do you know what I mean? So I think if you can pearl knot, brilliant. If you can find some lovely beading material, some beading wire, this would be amazing. Okay, right, ridiculous. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. Look.
Oh my word.
Now that's not just for one pearl, and we've just taken lots of pictures. That should be, really, shouldn't it? Should be about the size of the strand that the diamonds will be. Yeah. 5 by 8 millimetre, and do you see the way they sit so beautifully together? If you've been ever to a bridal store and you've looked at any of the pearl jewellery,
Mega. That's what you have to think of, and I know we say this many times repeatedly, but it is true. And for that price, what you can make for £4.95 for a wedding is just unbelievable. You can pairs of earrings, a bracelet, because all you have to do with, especially if you've got some chain that you've bought from us, is just put one or maybe a block of 3 and just put some chain on and have that as a gift for one of your bridesmaids. You've got earrings. You could for £4.95. You need to multi-buy to get them at that price.
well, and people are. I mean, just look at the screen.
You
Screen's
really
gone
need to
bonkers.
multi-buy. Yeah.
My screen has gone bonkers here. Hello, everyone. Lovely regular bidders with us as well. Bidders, buyers. Sorry, I forgot. Wrong channel. Lots of people multi-buying as well. Susan, Janet and John, and a lovely Anne in John O'Groats is with us tonight. Tina in Cheshire, Jeannie in Aberdeenshire, Denise in Hampshire, Kate in the West Midlands, Linda in Hertfordshire, Peter, Debbie, Kay, collector in Yorkshire, Natalia in Greater London. We are heading towards the sellout, by the way. How many left? Don't you love it when people on TV press their finger on their ear? Now,
It doesn't make any difference, does it?
It makes no difference whatsoever. Although my mum does this thing, if there are people, there are only 8 left, by the way, if there are people in the room, she'll do that thing where she cups her hand, you know, as if that
is going to help her
is
hear.
going to help you hear better.
Bless. Aww.
Or sometimes she'll pull her ear forward, and you think, they've gone, by the way. They've gone. Congratulations. Oh.
What's next?
Number 8.
Oh.
Now, I just dropped behind the back of this. This is coming up a little bit later, isn't it, Becky? I think this one. I have got some turquoise wheels coming up for you later. And I'm thinking a rather nice sister companion gemstone. Oh no, there's turquoise. I want them on as soon as possible. When are they? When are they in the order, Becky? Is it later? Oh, we don't have many left of them. Oh, so want that. This is Amazonite. Wonderful, wonderful gemstone. Do you know what it reminds me of? Minty toothpaste. It's kind of got a freshness to it, hasn't it?
Yes.
Like minty toothpaste. Gorgeous. 330 carats, but it's all about the shapes and the usefulness of the shapes. I think sometimes with chips, chips can look bigger on a strand, and then when you take them off a strand, you think, oh, actually a little disappointing. That's narrowed down the possibilities of what I can do with them. These are really hunky chips, I have to say. Hunky chips, you know what I mean? They are substantial. You know that when you snip that strand, you could use just one single chip on its own. Maybe have a little pearl on top of it, one of those little polished fire polished beads, and it would just look extraordinary, just one on its own.
You can actually cluster those as well. They look really nice if you use maybe 3 strands of your beading thread.
Yeah.
And then put about 4 or 5 on each of the beading thread, then cluster it, maybe put a pearl with all of the thread through a pearl. So you've got a cluster section, then you've got a pearl, then a cluster section. Gives a lovely section to the middle of a necklace.
I keep seeing, you know, Dion's just been on a fabulous holiday, and she posted lots and lots of sickeningly wonderful pictures of her holiday, and I was just like, enough already. Here we are, freezing cold, wrapped up with heating on and everything else, and there she is.
And I know, bless her.
In the sunshine as well, having a wonderful time. And this just reminds you of, I don't know, just puts in your mind fabulous holidays. Oh! Is it time? Well, we haven't shown you these, so it'll be a nice surprise, but it is one of these. I know. That says it already. It doesn't really need me now, does it?
They are. We don't have them that often, and when you do, I just think I absolutely adore them. I do. They are so gorgeous.
The one thing is, we are not the gosh shock horror, everyone. We are not the only place on television where you can buy Biwa pearls. I know. I've said it. That's it. I'll never be back again. No, but we're not selling fully fledged finished jewellery. There are other places where you can buy fully fledged finished pieces of beadwork jewellery. I would just ask you, as you know, I know you do it because I do it as well. You have a little flick through the channels. There's certain numbers you go to, and then you go to the one that you're going to sit in with for the night. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what we all do. So if you're a JM viewer, you'll go and you'll say, right, okay, see what they're doing. See what they're doing. Oh, not that again.
Channel flickers.
See that? Oh, it's her again. Or whatever. And then you'll come to us. Now, I'm guessing, as you come to Jewellery Maker, I'm guessing you probably go and have a look at a couple of the other channels that sell jewellery. To remind yourself, if anything, the kind of prices that you can pay. Now, it's very rarely, but at other channels, and I'm not knocking anyone at all, everyone's a business, everyone's, you know, at liberty to charge what they want for what they want. They're all businesses. The question of how much a beadwork pearl is worth doesn't have one answer. In fact, if I was for sale, if Sheila were for sale here at JM, what would the price be? The answer is, Sheila.
Yes,
Well,
just be careful.
There's many
just
answers.
Just be careful.
For you, darling, priceless. But what I would say is the worth of anything, the retail worth of anything, is the price that someone is prepared to pay. Where are those letters? Right. So, I don't know where this came from. Yes, I do actually, but I'm not going to tell you. But there are 1,001. 1,001 kind of places you can buy something like this. They will vary in discounter stores from about 10 quid each up to your big department stores, which will ask you for 20, 25 quid each. Why are there such a difference in prices? Because someone who shops in one of those larger department stores has a different pricing brain, if you like.
Or thinks maybe it's the quality is different, or
and essentially,
better, but it doesn't always.
Essentially, for things like that, that battery-operated thing behind me, which I'm not knocking, by the way, but you know it's mass manufactured in China. Everyone's buying the same thing; they're just putting it in their own boxes, and therefore charging a variety of different prices. This beadwork pearls, honestly, you always pay a premium for. Even if they were sold on another channel on a bit of string, which is essentially what we've got here. These are beadwork pearls on a bit of string for you to create the most incredible pieces of jewellery. It won't ever just be one, will it? It'll be, I mean, it could be 101 nearer, couldn't it? With this strand. To pay £17.95, where if you wire wrapped just one of these and made it the centrepiece for a wire wrapped ring, that ring could gross you much more than the entire price of the strand of this. And
if you're having a beach wedding and, you know, obviously your budget is, you've probably gone there with a few family and friends, you know, so to be able to just get a strand like that and just literally re-strand it, you would have a gorgeous, very bridal beach wedding strand. It's just so beautiful, and you don't have to, you can just strand it, and if you strand it quite tightly, it tends to sort of twist together, so it gives like different.
Yes.
It doesn't always stay like that. Sometimes it'll go in its own way, you know, they tend to fall organically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also means you can interact with them as well, which is fabulous.
Have a chat.
Oh, sorry, Kerry. That was like a comedy of errors, wasn't it? Should we try again? There we go. There we go. That was worth seeing in the end, wasn't it? They are beautiful.
How many are on there?
Oh, crikey. We could go on and on and
just
on.
do half.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22,
About
4,
50,
6, 8... Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be in that kind of region. And again, totally and utterly natural. And actually to find, because this is not something, we were just talking about things that are mass manufactured in, you know, factories in China. These aren't mass manufactured.
And also, if you didn't want to have a full necklace of the pearls, then you could just go halfway and then put some chain on, leaving you some more to do a bracelet as well, and some earrings. Gorgeous,
You
yeah.
could. You could take complete contrasts as well. Imagine your biwas with your turquoise. And again, sometimes it's about taking complete opposites so that one brings out the best in the other. I have to say, that's some of the best quality turquoise I have ever seen,
That's
ever.
Yeah, natural turquoise, isn't it?
They're massive pieces
They
as well
are,
these
aren't they?
days. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said it, 3,000 times, I'm sure. But do you remember the days where 10 years ago, you could have great big chunky nugget necklaces of turquoise, and they were like 10 a penny, weren't they? Relatively. I don't know what happened to turquoise.
No, you certainly don't see it like you used to, that's for sure.
These days, the sizes are minute, and the prices are huge. You'd think you were buying solid gold sometimes when you look at turquoise prices. £17 and 95 pence. Oh, that's nice. Right, sorry, I have to just stand for a moment. I'm the same size standing, don't worry, as sitting.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, look, it's the same size, and I'm standing up. How bizarre.
Well, I think we all are. I mean, I've got heels on, so I'm
I know, but
smaller than you.
I should be bigger sat on here, shouldn't I, really?
Oh.
There you go, never mind. Anyway.
I'm standing. I will sit down in a minute, but I'm standing.
Is this Botswana agate? Now, here's a gemstone where I don't think you have many strands that are smaller. Usually when you see, I mean, we've got another strand coming up later, and they are huge.
Look at that, wow.
Generally,
wow.
Botswana agate comes in big pieces, and I think sometimes, actually, you do want something that's slightly more refined, something that's slightly smaller. That would make a great unisex piece, by the way. I'm just going to make myself a bracelet.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? Just on some cord.
Be perfect, wouldn't it, for a guy?
That's really nice. There you go.
Yeah.
That's your next make,
Nice.
then.
Yeah, definitely. Restranding, that wouldn't take much talent, would it? I made I did a make along with Laura Binding, this most incredible bracelet. We used small rounds like this in Tiger's Eye, and actually I think it would work really, really nicely with this gemstone as well. Gorgeous Botswana agate, ridiculous price tag. One of the only opportunities to buy it in 4mm rounds as well. Often they are bigger.
4mm rounds are great because you can do so many different things with them. You know, so many different techniques. You can, they just fit in.
Love them.
Really lovely.
Love them, love them, love them. Right, OK, we've got to go to a break. When we come back, we've got the must-have, the diamonds. We've got, I don't know, so much more, and more of Sheila as well. So stay right where you are. See you in 3.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack, which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD, which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual, which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus, you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today? The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If you'd like more information on up and coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome back. Well, that was an adventurous little break. That was amazing. We all went for a long walk. Didn't we?
We did.
It was great.
It's always a moment, isn't there?
Always a drama here. Now, it is Mother's Day Makes today, another 2 hours. Text in as well, we'd love to hear from you. What are you up to tonight? What are you working on? We've got some great inspiration coming up in this hour as well. We're going to do that turquoise straight away because ever since we mentioned it, yeah, everyone's asking for it. I'm afraid we don't have many. There's the text number, by the way, 60777. Start your message with JM Studio. It's the price of a standard text message. We're here through until 10 o'clock. So, here is the turquoise. Amazing. Some of the biggest pieces of turquoise, natural turquoise, that I have seen in quite a while, to be honest with you. Most turquoise pieces are tiny. Really, really tiny, and I still haven't yet got to the bottom of what happened to turquoise, because 10 years ago you could have great big boulders of turquoise on a full necklace and the whole thing would be relatively tuppence halfpenny. Whereas these days we are getting tiny, 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 tiny pieces of turquoise and it is costing Mother Earth. And I've never quite understood why. It's availability, isn't it? It's availability and demand. And it must have stopped. They must have been finding lots and then suddenly, I don't know, maybe. I'm just not sure what happened. But did you notice the same as well? I mean, if you were lucky enough in those years to buy those great big nuggety turquoise necklaces where you get full, complete pieces, sort of, you know, great big boulders of turquoise. if you've got one of those necklaces, hang on to it, I would say, because it'd be one of those things. I'm not here to give you financial advice, but you know what? I'd just say hang on to it, because it's going to be one of those things worth just having, I think. These are lovely, fabulous, fabulous wheels of turquoise. And again, that price tag is really indicative of these being some of the most sizable pieces of turquoise you'll see these days. I mean, often when you see turquoise, it will be, well, listen, in a bundle coming up in a wee while, we have got, so I'm just going to take randomly this strand of ruby zoisite that's coming up later. I think it's ruby zoisite, I hope it is. And look at the size of the chips in this strand. They're about the size of pieces of turquoise that you are actually getting in the marketplace today. Tiny little chips that you think, well, you know what, if it's all I can get hold of, then, oh, they're gone. Right, let me show you the must-have. Because if you're, and I'm going to take this out of its little wondrous box here. We had this previously as a deal of the day, jumping spinel. These are black diamonds, and we've had these strands before. You and I have had these strands before in yellow and teal blue diamonds, but this is the black diamonds. I love them. I love the fact that actually you're getting so many of them, because often with black diamond pieces you get a couple of little rough cut diamonds and you think, well, what can I do with those? But this is a strand where you're actually getting a fair few beautiful, almost, well, they are almost like sort of bicone in shape. You know, the shape that the bicones in Swarovskis are in. It's the same kind of shape, but in quite sizable diamonds, actually. I think that would make a nice cluster design. So that's the must-have at 8:30. Make sure you're here. Next up, we're going into the boxes. Ah, okay. Never seen this before. Never seen this before. Silver-coloured beading thread from Beadalon. This is rather nice. 0.38mm gauge, or 0.15 inch. And you get 9.2 metres of it. I love Beadalon threads, because you know you can always rely on them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
They are just brilliant. I love them. Like when you're seed beading, you should only use, you know, like the real strong threads, because they are brilliant. 9 chances.
It's great for crocheting as well and knitting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because again, it'll hold its own and keep that strength.
Yes,
I love that. I've never seen
definitely.
silver coloured before. I've seen plain block colours. I'm not sure I've seen metallic colours before.
No, that's the first time we've had it, I think.
That's almost your thread equivalent of like a pearl coloured wire, isn't it? Almost. It's got that same kind of softness to it. And how much is it, Bex? £21.95. That's good. That really is good, and I think you'll make good use of that as well. I think sometimes when you are when you're looking for a kind of a background, if there are gaps between the gemstones and you want that background to be really quite sophisticated, it might not be that you want the white wildfire or the charcoal grey or the green or the other colour. Having a silver instantly, because who's to know? The wearer is never to know that that's a thread as opposed to a metal element. Do you know what I mean? 4 of these. 4 of these only at £21.95. I've never seen this before, and I've been to those stores because I quite often do a little bit of comparison shopping just for my own peace of mind, so that when I come in here I can truly say to you, do you know what? I've looked in the kind of places that if you wanted to start jewellery making, you would obviously head for those kind of retailers. I've never seen anything like this before. Have you? I only have 2 now, and here they are. 9.2 metres, and it's a 0.38 gauge. So they're going to do about your 3-4 millimetre beads, maybe, because slightly bigger beads, isn't it? So we're not talking seed beads here, are we? We're talking something slightly bigger, Sheila, aren't we?
Yes,
for gemstones.
Yes, for gem. Well, no, that will do, and that'll be great for your tiara as well, for your tiara twist and stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Right.
Yeah.
Which one's next? Did you say? Number 20. Oh, I'm afraid I don't go up to number 27. I only go up to number 24. Let's go into box number 4 instead. Oh, do I? Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Oh, they're over there. Right, we will in a moment, Becky. In the meantime, what's this array of wonder? Lots of colour. Lots of colour going on here. Now, these are... Oh, it's hemp cord. Oh, nice. So, do we macrame with hemp cord then? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That'd be good. Oh, I can kumihimo with it as well. I do love my kumihimo. I've still got my disc.
And crocheting as well, and your knitting, you can use it for all of that, yeah.
Love the colours, because you've got your classics, you've got your black and your white, of course. Got to have that, always got to have those, haven't you? But you've got really, really lovely colours, actually, really inspiring colours, actually, sort of base colours. So a lovely purple, lovely deep rich chocolate, nice kind of bright reds and yellows, greens and blues, so nice primaries. This, which is a lovely sort of natural stone colour. And this, which is a gorgeous, like carroty orange. Love it. Pack of 10, 10 yards in each. Okay, £2.95. Just grab those, I would say. Just grab those while you can. My word, that's good. Because often when you see any kind of cords, and I'm just relating this to, like, you know the gift shops you can buy, and you can buy little cords, can't you, for tying up gifts and things like that. Often for one element of that, it'd be a much shorter length. It'd be about 5 metres. But what's 10 yards? That's lots, isn't it? 10 yards, I suppose, isn't it? Hi, Derek. Lovely design, Sheila. I'm busy marking my pupils' homework and trying to keep up with JM bargains. Oh, bless you.
Oh, that's
Bless
women,
you.
you see, multitasking.
I know, very
there
good.
You go. Well done, Margaret.
Very good. Well, although marking's quite a good, nice, methodical thing, isn't it? Once you get into the rhythm of it.
Yeah, very much so.
My equivalent to that is stacking and unstacking the dishwasher, because I know where everything goes. You get into this rhythm of that. They go in there and that goes in. I have to walk down there to those. Margaret in Lancashire. Thank you, Michael. Margaret in Lancashire. You've dropped one there. Margaret in Lancashire said you wouldn't do that in here. You could do it in the gassy corridor if you like. Margaret in Lancashire.
Too much information.
Says, great show, lovely to see you back. You should be available on prescription. You and Sheila make a great team. Thank you, Margaret. That's very, very kind of you. Bless you. Now back to these. Usually, you know, when you buy string even for tying up parcels or whatever, what is 10 yards again? What's yards in metres? Let's do a conversion, shall we? Yards to metres, what is it? Anyone know? Yards to metres. 1 yard is 0.91 metres. So 10 yards is about 9 metres. Yeah. So it's about 9 metres. So usually, if you're getting something like this from a card shop to tie up presents with, you probably get about 2, 3, 5 metres, something like that, and that would probably be £2.95 or more, wouldn't it? Especially if it's in a colour. If it's in that colour, I mean, that's the kind of same colour as string, isn't it, pretty much? So you can probably pick that up in, you know, the post office or a card shop or something like that. You know, enough to tie up a parcel. You know, it might be £1 or so. But look at that, because you get all of the different colours, and to know that there's lots that you can do with it. Actually, I think it might just be very, very useful around the house as well. You know, sometimes where you think, I've never got string when I need it. Isn't it one of those? It's one of those things that we just don't buy it anymore, do we?
No.
And hemp cord is very, very strong, isn't it? And of course, it's natural, so that's quite good. Environmentally, that's quite good, isn't it? Let's see how strong it is. I'm going to snap it straight away now. No. That's stronger than. I know. That's really, really strong, actually. I'm sorry if you get sent that one, because you're going to have to do a bit of work to get it going, but it'll be fine, don't worry. £2.95 for all 10 of those. And if you've never ordered with this before and you're thinking, I haven't got an account or anything like that, just give us a call. It's a free telephone number. It comes through to, not us directly, but just down the road. Just down the road, our calls are taken. And they're a lovely team, and all we need is your name, your details, and your payment number thing. Did I explain that very well, didn't I? That's all we need. Your name and address and your payment details, that's all we need. These are beautiful. Now, I think These are closed jump rings, aren't they, these? And they've got a rather special diamond cut texture to them. You know, we had the you know, the sterling silver pendant shapes earlier with the drill holes through them in the first hour. These would go beautifully with those. And those, you know, those fire polish beads that we saw recently? They're quite substantial. Now remember, these are in 925 sterling silver, and it's 2 grams of silver. 2 grams of silver, not diamond cut, should be $9.95. That was bad timing, wasn't it? That was very bad timing. That was bad timing to say $9.95 when we've just taken... Has it fallen off, Ben? I told you if you used it too much, it will fall off. In fact, Director Ben's having a bit of a problem with his cut button. So if suddenly you flick from one thing to another and think, slow down, stop, I don't know what I'm looking at. That's because Ben has worn out his cut button. So, look at that. To fix your cut button, there's an engineer on the way. Oh, that's good, isn't it? 8:15 on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Wednesday night? Wednesday. Wednesday? Is it Wednesday already? Do you know, because I'm in like a semi-retirement. I have no idea. Every day just seems the same to me. $4.95.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They're really well worth stashing up on.
Absolutely. Well, especially, I mean, if you use it, what size are they?
They are for 8mm.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, diamond cut, they're beautiful, aren't they? And to do some linking, like we did earlier.
Yeah.
Stunning. Really, really pretty.
Beautiful. We only have 12 left. We started off with a fair few, but a lot of people are multi-buying, actually.
I would think so.
Darren, well done in Greater London. Congratulations. Tina in Cheshire. Anna Lee in Cornwall. Kate in the West Midlands. Sarah in West Yorkshire. Rhonda in Hertfordshire. Collector in Merth at Tidfield. It's not true what they say about Merth at Tidfield, Sheila.
Right, okay. I'll wait to hear them.
I'm joking. It's a lovely place, Merth. I've never been, actually.
No, I've
never been.
I think I did many years
did
ago.
You?
But when I was younger, yeah, when we went.
I went to Betsy Coyd and went up
yeah,
Snowdon.
No, Betsy Coyd, yeah.
Went up Snowdon thinking there's no point in climbing up. So you get the train up, walk down. Walking down like that.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
You know when you're going down such a steep hill that you can't stop yourself from running?
You can't stop yourself from running, yeah.
That's all the way down from Snowdon. Thank heaven there's a nice tea shop halfway down.
Is there no train that comes back then?
Yeah, that's the
you
thing.
Can catch...
Yeah, no, but you think, come on, bit of exercise.
Oh, I see.
But don't want to walk up it, you know. But actually, it was probably more gruelling coming down than going up.
Oh,
not that I'm ever going to try either again.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
That was my highlight of my week in Betsy Coyd. Very nice. Right, let's do Dainty Delicas now then, shall we? They're nice colours, aren't they? Beautiful. Right, let's get these so you can see everything that's going on there. Those silvery ones are lovely. I'd pay the price just for the silvery ones. So, we've got your Salon Grey 11.0s. These are all 11s, I think. Yeah, all 11s. This is the kind of deal. If I was at home, this would be a straight in the basket kind of deal. Because it's got silver, shiny, wonderful, great colours. Green's great for making organic designs, aren't they? And so many people are making dragons and lilies and frogs and creatures and butterflies and, you know, are brilliant. And great to incorporate into your tree of life designs as well, I think. You know, don't just use chimps. Gemstone chips. Never use a chimp. Always use a gemstone chip. Is what I was thinking. I've done that a few times tonight, Sheila, haven't I?
It does happen though, doesn't it? I've done it so many times myself. I think it's when your brain is working quicker than your mouth can take the words.
So it puts two words into one.
Yes.
Can be very, very dangerous. We'll keep an eye on that. So, don't use just gemstone chips alone. mix in some fabulous seed beads as well. So you've got your Salon Grey 11Os, these are all Mayuki Delicas, your Metallic Teal Iris 11Os, your Raspberry Luster 11Os, you've got to have those just for the name really, haven't you? Silver Line Crystal 11Os and your Silver Lined Teal 11Os as well, and they're all 7.2 gram tubes for a grand total of, see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubes of Delicas, and Delicas always tend to be a little bit more expensive than the regular Mayuki seed beads because of course they're more like the sort of tube ones. So I think I'm right in saying that you can do the more of the stitches, can't you, that kind of tessellate together. Does that make sense? I haven't opened my Delicas yet, you see. But you know what I mean? You can do the brick stitch, can't you,
Yes.
with the Delicas, can't you?
Yes,
because
you
they're
can.
flat. They've got
Yes.
flat tops
Yes.
rather than round bottoms.
Yes.
25 chances, that's all we have. See what I've learned in the last year, Sheila?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is
you
amazing, really.
You never cease to amaze me, to be honest, because you're just coming up with, I mean,
And
like
that's nothing to
earlier
do with the
on.
work. £21 and 90. What are you working on over there?
Oh, I'm just...
Are you shiboriing?
No, lacing, actually.
Oh, are you? Are you doing
No,
lacing your...
no, I was just doing that while I
Oh,
was
it's just
waiting
a
for the
little
next...
bit of something. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Just a little bit
just
of
doing
something
just to
ready
pass
for...
the time.
No, it's for a workshop, so...
Oh, okay.
Just
Oh.
while I was waiting in between.
When's the workshop?
Oh, it's not till April.
Oh, okay. You're very organised there.
I have to
Have you
be,
done
yeah.
your Christmas shopping as well?
Well, I have to fit it in between the kits, you see, so...
That's very true.
Yeah.
Especially when they turn up late.
Yes.
Sometimes. Only sometimes. 16 chances left. 0800 644 655 is your telephone number to dial in. You can dial in any time. So if you're thinking, oh, the tablet's gone flat, or the computer, I can't be bothered starting up the computer and logging on or whatever, just give us a call. It's just as easy. 0800 644 655. What am I doing now? Oh yes, I'm moving on now. So. Lovely. They might fall into my bag at the end of the night. They're gorgeous. Really nice. Oh, just giving the game away there. I can't do that now, can I? Where did their Delicas go? It's okay, we've put them away safely, it's fine, don't worry. Can't use that one tonight, can I? That's that cat out the bag.
Especially as I'm standing right here.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, especially as Michael is responsible for returning all of the goodies back to the vault.
Oh, that's
It's behind
gorgeous
camera
colour,
too
look
right
at
now.
that.
I had also forgotten that small detail as well, but apart from that, would have got away with it if it hadn't been for those pesky kids. Right, okay, lavender opal next. Lavender opal fascinates me actually because quite often you'll have kind of two types of opal that generally we offer you. There is opal that's single colour, and then you've got opal that has this wonderful colour play. And lavender opal is almost like a halfway house. It almost sits in both camps, if you like, because it has got that wonderful sort of continuum of colour, but you will also see other hints that come out of the stone. It's almost like, sometimes they quite often say, the first time you watch a film, you don't see everything. Sometimes you have to watch it again and again, and you think, okay, that makes sense now. Yes.
Yeah, you do.
And I think lavender opal's like that. And quite frankly, I would have any opal because I just love it. It is my favourite gemstone.
A beautiful, beautiful colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely exquisite. It really is.
Even the way it's arranged on the strand here, it kind of gives you some ideas before you've even started, doesn't it? And it is a lovely, lovely colour. You know, imagine interspersing that with some really, really nice ametrine or amethyst in between those. Or maybe,
even the peridot, is that peridot that's
yes,
there?
we
I
have
know
got
it's
some
there.
peridot, yeah.
It goes gorgeous with those colours.
Let's give you a couple of different
Yeah,
ideas.
really,
I'm
really
thinking
does.
maybe the beewers,
But lilac and...
because I do
and
like to
the-
go a bit left field sometimes. I think a beewer pearl, because there are
Yeah.
similar colour tones coming out of the
Oh, without
the
a doubt,
beewar.
yeah. It's just that goes with the sort of summery colours, the meadows and the lilacs in the fields, and it does go really well with it
Yeah.
when you've got it made up in a piece of jewellery.
Well, I'd love to come to yours. Or I have the snowdrops have only just arrived in my garden.
Yeah, they have actually.
They're sitting there going, "Boof, boof." Honestly.
It's a bit cold, yeah.
Today I think has been the first sunny day where you dare step outside without, 3 layers on. I know, and there's another icy blast coming, isn't there? It's like, oh, I can't be. This is why I haven't been in for the last couple of months. I've been in a cardboard box full of straw. I'm still picking it out of my hair. I'm still in hibernation officially. I can't bear this weather. It's awful, isn't it? It's just constantly cold.
It is, yeah, and there's nowhere you want to go out. You go out and you can't wait to get back home
I know.
again.
Especially if it's cold and wet.
Soup out and the candles on.
Yeah, absolutely. £9.95. Where should we go next? Diamonds. Oh yes, they are, aren't they? I don't know where these go. I've no idea. Probably over there somewhere. But now it is the highlight of the show. It is time for this. Oh, Sheila, look.
Diamonds are a
I know. Do you know I've had similar strands, as you know, we've shared them together, of the canary yellow diamonds and the teal blue diamonds, and this is the black diamonds. Now, I've never made any secret of the fact that I've always said to you, and will always say to you, if you offered me a ton of black diamonds and a ton of black spinel, I'd take the spinel every single time. Have to say, this is one of the first and only strands, because I actually once sold elsewhere, not going to say where because it doesn't matter, a black diamond strand that was like the sort of rough nugget strands, and it was the whole 9 yards, it was the whole 18 inches in length, and I looked at it, and to be honest with you, I thought I could go into the car park and get some gravel and string that, and it would look better. But these have been meticulously faceted. So these are not a rough diamond, these have been faceted and shaped. And the great thing is they've been given that kind of bicone shape. And that means that they can sit beautifully in a cluster design together. There's very few chances that we have to enjoy the delicacy of diamonds, and the price tag that we have on these tonight I think is pretty awesome. They are a previous deal of the day. You may well have them already in your collection. If you have, would you please do me the great favour of texting in and letting me know. Let me know what they turned into. What did you create from them? Even if you have the canary yellow diamond strand similar, or the teal blue, what did you do with them? Have you got a gorgeous cluster ring that you can't let out of your sight? Did you manage to make a piece and sell it? Was it a commission maybe? I'd love to hear from you. We have very, very few opportunities to bring you a diamond strand, as I'm sure you can understand. It's very, very difficult. Because it's a non-standard shape as well for, most jewellers. Every jeweller in the country pretty much can have some diamond jewellery. And I would say probably 99% of the diamonds they have are diamond shaped. They've got their coulee at the bottom, they've got their pavilion and girdle, and they're a standard diamond shape. And this is not a standard diamond shape. And that's amazing, because it really does allow you to create something completely and utterly different. It takes you hardly any effort at all to create a piece of jewellery that you'll never see in any jeweller's window. I think they're amazing. And I have to say to you, you remember my previous, not criticism, but the reason I favour black spinel over black diamonds is actually the luster, because I always feel you get a cleaner luster with a spinel. But I have to say, they have carefully selected these diamonds, and they're relatively clear, because sometimes, and the magnification on our cameras is pretty extreme. I think it goes to up to 40 times magnification. So we're talking, you know, intense scrutiny on those gemstones. And ordinarily, and actually with the standard diamond shape, so if you had the big round top table, you would see the interruptions, the pyrite inclusions, and you would see that broken luster. This kind of bicone shape for this strand has allowed them to really shine. So you don't get distracted by anything. You just enjoy that diamond sparkle. Sheila, what would you do? What would you do?
Well, I would take the larger one out of the middle, because there is one, isn't there? There's
There
one
is.
that's, yeah.
Yeah,
and
there's
then
one
I
that really
would
stands
just
out.
pop that with some, maybe a tiny pearl either side, and then just pop some chain on it, and you've got a gorgeous diamond bracelet, haven't you? Maybe some earrings, because there must be 30 on there. 1, 2, 4, no, probably more than that. More like your 50, I would imagine, on there, because they're so beautiful,
I'm
aren't
half
they?
counting.
I would imagine there's about that. So you can make quite a lot of pairs of earrings, maybe do a little cluster on it.
Yeah, I think it is in the 30s.
Yeah,
if
about 30.
If I've counted
Yeah.
roughly right.
Because you would choose them carefully and choose carefully what you put them in as well. You know, you could even make a ring with a bigger pearl in the middle and some around the outside of it. You know, make a ring with it. Yeah, just
I'm spellbound.
yeah. They're just beautiful.
I love
aren't
diamonds. And any diamonds that can go for a 2-figure price tag.
they? And to give a gift to somebody with two black diamonds on an earring, you
Yeah.
know, that's really special, isn't it?
Or, I wonder if you presented somebody the strand. I'm thinking for the price we're going to.
Well,
And I think it's going to be special birthday, it's going to be a special occasion. If you gave them the strand and then said, you know, enjoy these, this is my gift to you. Now you have a little bit of a think as to what you would like me to create from them. Because that's even better than presuming,
I mean,
isn't
it depends what, yeah, if you want to incorporate them in your craft fairs and be really, really a speciality, you know, within your jewellery, or you can just make just one bracelet of diamonds and then I would put a large pearl in the middle, just have the diamonds around the outside. That would be real luxury, wouldn't it?
That's very extravagant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, see, our average price tag of a diamond strand like this is around about the £120 to £150 mark, depending on the size, depending on the length, the carat weight. There's lots of different factors. The funny thing is, the way we sell, we don't move with the trends. So if there's suddenly a trend, you know, in jewellery fashion for black diamond pieces, we will not scale up our price tag accordingly. That's the funny thing. If there was suddenly a worldwide shortage of black diamonds, we wouldn't adjust our price tag to reflect that. We would still give you the price tag, you know, whether we bought these 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 9 months ago, I don't know. Whether it was 3 years ago, I don't know. And we would still give you the same consistency of pricing. Rather than saying, well, you know, black diamonds are very in this year. You know, it only takes someone like, I don't know, one of the royals or the royal to be, or you know, whatever. It only takes one of them to wear a particular gemstone, and suddenly prices fluctuate all of a sudden. We are in single figures now. This could be the last strand of black diamonds. It could be the only black strand of diamonds that we have in the business right now. I can never know at one point in time. I don't know. But I do know that every time I've bought you a strand like this, we've made it a major feature of the show. We've had very small numbers, and we've made you a very, very special opportunity. There are 8 spaces left. See, I'm not here to drag you through the camera, you know, and say, you must pick up your phone right now, you must buy these right now. You have to buy these because you want them, You have to buy them because you believe in the quality of the diamonds, and the price has to be right. Well, the price has taken care of itself. We don't need to worry about that. That's not a consideration at $79.95. There are 7 spaces. I'm going to leave those with you, and I'm only moving on for time because obviously we've got a lot still to fit in. We don't want to miss anything out. And we've got a little bit of a showcase coming up in Black Spinel at 9 o'clock. Right now, I love this. Love, 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 love. Now, of course, we've just celebrated, haven't we? Chinese New Year celebrations. Kong Hoi Fat Choi, I think. Happy New Year. It's the year of the dog this year. Year of the dog this year. Here's some jadeite. Just treasured so much. There's something about this gemstone, isn't there? There is just something about this gemstone that people adore. And it generally carries huge, huge premiums as well. I'm going to take this strand, lower than it's ever been before. I know, I have no reason to do that. Becky just says, heck, why not? $24.95. The last time I saw a strand like this, we were talking at least mid-30s, if not high 30s, if not mid-40s, actually, for a strand like this.
That strand is just perfect. Do you know what I mean? The colour of it, it's a really lovely, it's almost like a peppermint, isn't it?
It's nice and
Colour
even.
of the jadeite, yeah. That's the word, it's even, yeah, it is. Very, very, it's beautiful.
I mean, there's one or two, you know, sort of lighter ones going through, but there's a nice consistent tone.
It's very evenly toned, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing too stark.
No.
9 spaces. I do think it's delicious. I really do.
is.
And you know, my mind always goes either side of jewellery as well. I always think that if you make lovely decor pieces where the jade interacts, you know, you quite often see some jadeite wind chimes, and you know, where the pieces just gently interact.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lovely sound. I don't know if you can hear that. It's very different to any other kind of gemstone. There's something about it, something about the feel of it. There's something about the weight of it. There's something about the gravity of jadeite, which is very, very different to other gemstones. $24.95 was $34.95, probably was a lot more than that before as well. Sorry, where are we going now, Becky? 90. Now, Sheila mentioned these to me in the break last time, and she said that she was using pretty similar in the sterling silver. You remember in the first demonstration for the necklace? Pretty similar, but this time gold-coloured brass open jump rings. And these are 9mm round, which was about the size you were using, wasn't it, Sheila?
Yeah.
They were the 9mm.
Yeah, they were 9mm, yeah.
Great.
Very, very generous size. And they look lovely, you know, even spaced in between gemstones. You know how you'd got the jadeite just, if you had 3 of those spaced in between, gives a lovely, lovely look to a strand.
Yes, that's quite full as well, actually, isn't it? Even just 2 or 3 are right. Just 2 or 3 of these together.
Popping it in between, yeah, that would look gorgeous with the jadeite.
Just 3 of those together just works quite nicely, doesn't it? Great for chainmail, obviously, as well. If you're a beginner to chainmail and you're just getting started, start with something like this.
And there's 100.
Don't make your own.
Gosh.
Start with something like this, ready-made. All you've got to do is open them and close them and bring them in together, and just start something very, very similar, like a Byzantine link, or you know, something like. Look up one of I want to say Pearls. I'm sorry. Poor Fleur. I keep calling her Pearl. Look up one of Fleur's demonstrations where she's demonstrated with her, you know, her giant jump rings, and just give it a try with something like this. You will love it. Seriously, you will love it. As you know, I tried making my own jump rings out of 0.4mm wire, which is not very well because they all just fall out of each other. So don't do that. Don't be like Derek. Get some proper jump rings. Get them sorted. Get them home. Try out some chainmail. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. I think some people are a little bit like seed beads. I think some people are a little bit kind of like, no, I'm not a chainmail-y kind of person. Just opening links, putting them together and closing them up again, is that much of a challenge? Well, actually no, because a lot of the links are very, very simple. A lot of the weaves are very, very simple, but it's what you get out of it. It's the sense of achievement. That's the thing for me about chainmail. It's wonderful. And then just look up a couple of the demonstrations with Fleur and our other guests as well, because they are brilliant. Where are we going next? 15. Oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, now I don't know how I'm going to show you these because there's just so many bits to it. Loads and loads. I take it this is carat weight, is it, Becky, this time? This will be carat weight. 350 carats of, oh, sorry, Kerry, I'll do my best, of imperial jasper cabochons. Now, it's by carat weight, so I can't say, you know, it will be exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, or, you know, some of you will get fewer pieces of larger carat weight, some of you will get a larger number of smaller pieces, but look at the colour tones that you have. Delicious, really, really nice. Do you know what it will go really, really nice with? I've just thought about this, having picked up my mookaite strand of shards today. This and mookaite together, this is really interesting because this has created almost like a sort of floral striation. That's beautiful,
yes,
isn't it?
Isn't that?
Oh, that looks like a pair of eyes looking at it, doesn't it? It's like a face, isn't it? Like a cat's face, look. You see, with the two eyes.
It looks
And a
like
mouth.
pebbles on the bottom of the ocean to me, and just like a, yeah.
That's great.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Very clever. So that's a great thing with jasper. Everyone's unique. Some have got these lovely pictures. This is why I thought of mookaite in this one, actually, in my sample, because look, this is a lovely mix. This is almost like when you know when you mix raspberry into like a chocolate sauce. It's that kind of colour, isn't it? Beautiful. Nice shape as well. We love our cabochons. So, 350 carats. $29.95. Have you ever tried to buy one single piece of jasper? Excuse me. Have you ever tried to buy one single piece of jasper and you might find just the one that you like, and then you look at the price tag of it and you think, I like it but not quite that much, and then you'll put it down again. I mean, this as well. How many do we have of these, Becky? Okay, we've got a good quantity. So if the selection arrives and it's not quite to your taste and you change your mind, you have the power to change your mind. We've got 14, is it 30 or 14? 30-day money-back guarantee. 30, sorry. Too many channels. 30-day money-back guarantee. If there are still some available and you can call, what you could do is, if you looked at your selection and thought, actually, can I try another? If there are any available, they would also exchange as well for you. So you could change it for another selection. I haven't just picked the best looking one here for the studio sample, because believe me, our warehouse is so busy. There really isn't time for someone to go, right, okay, I'm just going to fumble through this 70-odd packets of cabochons and find the best looking one for the studio. Believe you me, that's not happening. The quality is even all of the way through. Because quite often, you know, with any kind of strand, if you think, particularly in a morning show when we're on Freeview as well, you can be talking about 500 strands of something. If you think somebody in the warehouse is going through every one of those 500 strands, saying, right, no, we can't put that one in the studio. Oh, no, that one's a bit ropey. Then they're just not doing it. They pick one at random and the quality will be... The quality control would have happened long before it actually arrived with us as well, which is great. So, let us move on to... remember I showed you some nuggets earlier? Quite a few people have been saying, okay, what was that all about, Alfie? Told you about those earrings, Sheila.
Sheila?
I have told you about those earrings.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry. He was trying so hard to balance them, and then they all went. It was.
And they all fell down.
They all fell
Oh,
down.
well, never mind. Such is life. Right. How about this? Now, I do believe Mark Smith's in on the Late Show tomorrow night. I do believe, because originally I would have been here, unfortunately.
That's just...
But I can't. So, yes, you'll be with lovely Laura tomorrow and on Friday, and then I'll be back on Saturday. Look at this.
I said earlier on, didn't I, when I saw that, I said, wow, that will fly.
It's
because
great.
It's just great. I had, for my very first kit, it was called Around the World, and it was all, yeah, and it just went. It was just amazing. And it's very similar, actually, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And that was at the very beginning. So to have something, I haven't seen us have a bundle like this in a very long time.
And how the heck have we got a 98 centimetre strand of apatite? You know, we had those apatite wheels earlier, didn't we? Which were fantastic. Here we've got a mega strand of apatite, 170 carats of those. We have your multicoloured moonstone.
We need to do more bundles, I think.
Yeah. Am I missing one here? We've got zoisite, amethyst and citrine. Oh, sorry, do you know what? I don't know what's wrong with my eyes today, honestly. I worry about myself sometimes. Blue agate. I'm looking for blue agate. Of course, it's like a blue lace agate, so it's a lighter blue, isn't it?
Yes.
It's that cornflower blue, isn't it? Honestly, I do worry about myself sometimes, quite often. So you don't have to. So you've got your ruby zoisite, your blue agate, your mixed moonstone. You've got your amethyst and citrine small nuggets. In fact, more amethysty than citrine, I have to say. And a big strand of apatite. How many times can I say there? In a minute. Crikey. I could ask you for that price, and I swear, honestly, listen, I'm not here to hyperbolise or exaggerate at all. That's not my job, and I would never do it as well. I wouldn't insult you. We've known each other too long. I would ask you, and probably have in the past, asked you that kind of price tag for that kind of carat weight in apatite. So to have ruby zoisite, blue agate, moonstone, and the amethyst nuggets strand as well for 70. Where did you find this little bundle, Becky? Okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. How many have we got? We have less than 50 of these available. So please do be quick. Who's in so far? And I want you to snap these up while you can. Because Susan in Cumbria, well done. Collector in Worcester, I know it's late now. I know it's late on. And I know you're saving yourself for the next kits. But seriously, if you love your nugget, this is a brilliant bundle. For £17.95. £17.95. And actually, look, that's the apatite strand, huge.
They're double strands, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
they're the 80-odd centimetre ones. That's the moonstone strand, huge. And ruby zoisite is so universal. That will mix in with the fabulous emeralds that you have, no doubt, and your lovely sort of rhodochrosites and rubies as well. Your soft, delicious blue agate, which is like a blue lace agate, and then you've got, in terms of the shape, it's kind of the odd strand out actually, because these are like rounded nuggets of amethyst and citrine. It's beautiful. It is like a little cheeky extra actually. For £17.95. Well done, Rose. Congratulations, and others coming in for those. Carol in Bedfordshire. Can I leave those with you? Is that all right? Let's show you some other bits and pieces. Well done. That's amazing. Right, now we have over here. Wow, wow, wow. Do you know, as I still am, I still consider myself almost a year later as very much a trainee jewellery maker. Some would say a presenter as well, but that's another matter. But as a jewellery maker, these are perfect because a lot of them have a flat surface on one side. And that's always a head start, Sheila, isn't it? To have a nice flat
Yes.
bottom, especially on a
Yes.
pearl, because pearls can kind of run around, and sometimes, you know, pearls, like all of us, that, you know, there's a good side and there's a maybe not as attractive side.
They're sort of organic, aren't they, I think? That's what those pearls are, you know what I mean? They're not, as you said, they've got your flat side, they've got a bit of a different side, the other. So to me, that says they're an organic pearl.
Oh, yeah. Some of them are very baroque in their nature as well, actually.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Which I think is amazing, because I think sometimes there can be ultra perfection in pearls, and you can look at that and you can say, okay, well, if that's what I'm looking for, then great, I know the pearls to buy. But if you want something that is, I don't know, there can be no doubt of what it is.
Yeah, well, that's just Mother Nature, how they've come out, isn't it? You know what I mean? They're just as they are from the beginning.
Well, we're all wonderfully different, aren't we?
Exactly.
And thank heavens for it as well.
We'd be robots, wouldn't we, all walking around otherwise?
That's true. Oh, imagine that's like a scary horror film, that, isn't it?
Could you imagine?
Oh, you'd be so bored, wouldn't you?
Have you seen was the one with the passengers where they were flying in this ship and they were asleep for 100 years? That was on recent. Yeah, it's a recent film.
Is that what it's called, Ben?
Well,
Passenger.
Passenger, yeah. It was really good.
But can you imagine driving around and everywhere you go, everyone looks like you? Not you. I mean, everyone looks the same.
We all move the same way, and we all do the same things.
So if you went shopping, you know, you went into wherever and did your shopping.
It'd all be after the
everyone
same
else
thing.
shopping. Yeah, looks the same, buying the same thing.
Oh.
The cashiers all look. Oh, it makes you feel claustrophobic, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's getting late.
That's weird.
Into the twilight zone with Derek and Sheila.
Yeah, we are,
£8.95. 0800 644 655 is your telephone number. Free to call. Oh, that'd be like your worst nightmare, though, wouldn't it? That would be terrible. Do you know, I used to have a recurring dream when I was a kid. It's really quite.
I think a lot of people do that. I did as well.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a. You had recur? No. Oh well.
Do you know what mine was? I was sat in a dark room, and I was sat on a shelf up in the top corner, just sat, crouched down. I think I might have seen Alien too young as a child, and I'm sat like that with my hands around my knees, on a shelf in the corner of a dark room and couldn't get down.
Mine was being chased up a lamppost by I don't know, it was a leopard or a tiger, but it was the same thing. And then there was another one I had. I was in a corner of a room, and I was sat in the corner of a room. Do you think there's some? Yeah, all the time, and I was scared, and I don't know why.
See, I wasn't scared.
So you were on a shelf, and I was up a corner.
I couldn't move because I would have fallen off the shelf
You would have done, yeah.
into a dark, empty room.
Aww.
How bizarre, hey?
Oh, there must be a meaning to that.
Does anybody interpret dreams? If that means anything,
Yeah.
then, you know, it might explain a few things. £8.95 for fabulous Keshi beads. Well done, everyone. Right, let's move on. And we have got these wonderful boxes coming up at some stage. Right now, we have got... Sorry, thank you,
Shall
Sheila.
I move that for you
Bless
because you're
you.
having to stretch?
It's good for me, Sheila. I do need the exercise. I've still got
You
the...
might fall off your chair, though. I
still
think
got
that's
the,
it's a bit too drastic.
Still got the Christmas pud down here, you see. Right. Right, let's have a look at some abalone shells now. These are rather nice because they're half shells, so they're like cabochons. I did a wire wrapping with... Laura Binding, I think it was Laura Binding, you know. And sorry if it wasn't, because you know what a terrible memory I have. Anyone that meets me, I have to apologise to straight away. By the way, I will have forgotten your name in 10 seconds. Although, I do remember, Sheila.
Yes?
I do remember, what was one of the first things you called me?
Oh, I called you the wrong name, didn't I?
Yeah.
What was it now?
You know, I'd come in to do the sewing quarter test shows on JM, remember, which everyone hated.
You did?
Well, all of the Jewellery Maker audience hated, naturally, but they've got their own channel now, so it's fine. But then when I came back to do some shows, I remember you saying, "Oh, it's nice to see you again, Dennis."
Oh, I forgot you this. Oh, we go with the D.
You got the right first letter.
Got the right first letter, yeah.
I'd make a
and
good
it's never
Dennis,
been
I
the
think.
same since, really, has it? Oh, dear.
So we've got 3 huge abalones. So you've got one larger than the other 2. Actually, do you know what? They almost look Easter eggy-like, don't they?
They do, yeah, they do a bit, actually.
I wonder if you put 2 together back to back. I wonder if you could make some kind of gorgeous, Easter eggy-like creation. Oh, hello. That's if you kept them both. There you go. I wonder if you could.
I think that I do know that they look lovely because they're so flat back to put on some backing foundation and then do some seed beading around it.
Yes.
That looks lovely.
How would you bond it to the foundation?
You can bond it with most strong glues. Yeah, they will stick.
So I could use the E6000 on that, could I?
Yeah.
If we had any in stock. Have we got any in stock at the moment? It's only in stock like once every blue moon.
Yeah,
Although
and
there
then
has
it
been a blue
goes.
moon lately, haven't they? So well done to everyone who got their E6000. Well, that was happening. But they're
if
quite
not,
a good size.
most strong, glues
Yeah.
like that will work.
That's good. Or I'm guessing you could. I'm having another idea.
Oh,
dear.
honestly,
I'm on fire
you're
tonight.
really.
What if
Yeah.
you wire wrapped like you would do for a pendant, instead of making the bail or whatever, but you created like the claws,
Your claws, yeah.
and then you could sew with wildfire or something like that them onto a foundation? Could you? Please say yes.
Well,
Through the wires at the back, because you always have some wires
you
at the back,
could
don't you?
cluster them. It would be probably they may slip. Yeah, you could. You could do
Do you mean
that.
they may slip?
No, I'm thinking about like a cluster really, rather than if you
Oh, but
clustered them.
But if I held... Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You and I...
Well, you've come up with some really cracking ideas
You know,
tonight.
like the great combos on TV, like,
Yeah.
like, what's those 2 that do the property thing?
Oh, I thought you were going to... Because somebody called us hinge and bracket, didn't they, or something?
Oh, how rude.
Yeah.
How very dare they.
Yeah,
What, Kirsty and Phil?
Sop and Phil.
That's
yeah.
it. Phil, what's
Yeah,
his name?
Yeah. But no, I do see what you mean. It's when it goes round like that and it's like clawed round it. Yeah, you could do something with the seed beads, yeah, around that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, or a wire.
Oh, yeah.
You could capture it with wires. You'd have some wires at the back and then sew that to a foundation. Could you?
No, because it'd be a bit bulky then with the wire at the back.
Yeah, that's true. It depends on the... Oh, yeah, okay.
So sit it on the foundation and stick it on there and then do your beading work round it and encapsulate the...
Like a cuddle.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Learning.
there's a new good duo out at the moment on TV? Are we going? Oh, okay, we can wait a minute. I can finish the sentence at least then. There's a new duo at the moment. You know Alex Polizzi,
Yes.
the hotel inspector as
Yes,
well? She's doing
yes.
like a Save a Restaurant kind of programme now
Oh,
with her brother-in-law,
Brother-in-law.
Oliver.
All these sort of
could do that,
reality
couldn't we?
shows. We could, yeah. We
Go
could.
around, sample everything that's in the restaurants.
That'd be nice.
Tell
wouldn't
them off about a few things.
Yeah.
And
Be like a secret, because they do have people going round, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
They have secret
Mystery.
mystery customers, yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we might stand out a mile though as a couple. Do you know what I mean?
Do you reckon? I do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, it's them again.
It's that rowdy too. Don't let them in.
Oh, dear.
They're just making some telly show.
But no, seriously, the abalone would look beautiful like that.
It
Absolutely
would.
stunning. Yeah.
It
Scrap
would.
your bit.
Well, thanks for that. Well, let's see if
No,
we can...
seriously, no, it would be a bit bulky underneath with the wire.
let's
You
see
do
if
it
I can
round
make
it.
any sense. I've got 1 more hour to try and make some sense. To try and find something that Sheila says,
No,
yeah.
I've complimented you quite a bit
That's
today.
very true,
I
actually.
have.
I'm going to wow you in the next hour with some ideas.
Okay.
You wait it. So, go and get yourself a cup of tea, let the cat out, the dog in, or the other way around, whichever you need to do. We'll see you back here in 3 minutes. Don't go far.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Stop it.
See, you're marvellous.
What about your site? My tight's the same, to be honest.
Brilliant. Yeah, we're a great pair. Can't see a thing between us tonight. The lights may as well be switched off for what we can see. Anyway, it's lovely to have your company. It's Derek and Sheila with you. Or what were we last? I know what we were. Not on Black Friday. Or was it Black Friday?
Yeah, we did, because we wore the T-shirts.
We did shabby chic, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yes,
I was shabby and you were chic. I remember.
These memories.
I remember.
Right. Yeah.
It's all coming back now.
There you go.
Right, we've got a little mini black spinel showcase now for you. So we've got 3 different strands, all very, very different actually. We've got one strand of rondelles, which are beautiful and smooth, almost like rounded wheels. We've got some lovely faceted pairs, and we're going to start with some drops. And this is great because these are already sort of pre-clustered on the strand. which just gives you so many gemstones to work with, and such a lovely shape actually. Really, really lovely shape, because I don't know whether you can see on the bottom of, I'm going to take this one in particular, it's almost like a little sort of merry-go-round roof. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember the carousels? You know, with the horses that go up and down? They have like a roof like that, don't they? Different, that's really nice actually, isn't it? So they're shorter drops, they're sort of plumper drops, but then they've got this amazing sort of pinnacle faceting. You know how like on a, what's that gemstone that's always pinnacle faceted, little tiny Swiss one? Marcasite. They have the pinnacle facet, so they have the point going up instead of down. It's a bit similar to that, isn't it?
I do think black spinel, as you've said before, it is just a lovely, lovely gemstone, and the sort of sparkle from it and the facets on it, it just sparkles, doesn't it? Sparkle and shines.
Yeah. And do you know what the great thing is? You don't need a reason to have it. You never need a reason to have black spinel. Just to coin a phrase, just buy it and enjoy it. It's just lovely.
And look at the graduations, they are so, so delicate,
I know.
aren't they?
And could you get any more on that strand if you tried?
No,
I mean,
no.
It's like, come on, shove up, everyone.
Yeah.
There's no room for anyone else.
Beautiful.
3 to a seat. $14.95. $14.95. And I have to say, just one of these could be, I wish I could snip this strand, actually I won't because it's so beautiful and I want to make sure that every one of them is available to you. But if you just took one of the stones from the strand and wire wrapped it as a centre for a wire wrapped ring, it would just be extraordinary. It would be like one of, I mean, if I just show you the end of the strand for a second, and if I just show you in relation to my fingernail. So if I take the smallest of gemstones and I set that as a solitaire in a wire wrapped ring, that would give you, I'm going to guess on the carat weight, but it's going to give you at least a sort of 1.5, 2 carat kind of, you know, kind of profile. And it's going to stand quite proud as well. I mean, that would be incredible. I mean, that would be a 10 or 15 pounds ring to my mind alone. So that's exceptional and extraordinary. Lovely. I love this gemstone. You know, there I was banging the drum for black diamonds half an hour ago and loved that particular strand because of the shape. But black spinel, I'll take it every single day of the week in as many different varieties as I can because it's that clean lustre. It's the fact that, you know, when it catches the light, it is so special. And I've mentioned many times that this studio is not lit for jewellery. Usually you would have little tiny focus spotlights, which is quite often what happens. So the presenter can angle the piece and it catches just that one spotlight just perfectly. We don't have those in our studio. So the great thing is we're showing you honestly in artificial light, because obviously, you know, it's dark, but in artificial light, how good those gemstones look. And you wouldn't expect necessarily black gemstones to look great.
It's a royal gemstone, you must remember as well.
Of course it is, yeah.
Crown jewels. So,
yes,
you know, you
absolutely.
can't get any better than that, can you? And to be able to buy it for that price.
It's lovely. It's just, and I love it faceted.
And it goes with every single other gemstone.
Oh,
it's
anything.
Without a doubt, anything.
Yeah, doesn't need anything else with it. Okay,
no,
here's number 2 in our little mini spinel showcase. Now, so less lustre on this because of the shape. You've got that lovely smooth rondelle this time. But still, if they were rondelles of black agate or black onyx, again, I still don't think they would be quite as lively as they are here. It's that smoothness, and again, this is a real test of a gemstone to shape it in this way because it has to be very, very clean in terms of its crystalline structure, and that's the great thing, that's the great appeal of spinel, is it has that clean structure to it. So no matter which angle you scrutinise these stones from, if this little torch and light works, I'm going to scrutinise even further. Because if there were any inclusions, if there were any undulations, if there were any interruptions, that would interrupt that smooth flow of the light across the gemstone, and it just isn't. It just isn't at all. Beautiful. Oh dear. You know, what I would do with this particular strand, I'd be quite tempted to take the larger ones out of the centre, use the ones that are more sort of an even size, and I'd make myself a bracelet for those. Actually, it'd be great to, you could also make gents' cufflinks out of these if you wanted to as well.
You certainly could. Yeah, you certainly could.
That would be rather nice.
Yeah.
You could sit a little gemstone on top of those as well, couldn't you, of course, couldn't you?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
even...
you can do whatever you want really with the gemstone when the hole's like that.
Yeah.
You can just intersperse, as I said before, you can just intersperse some jump rings in between. Just to give it that sort of...
Do you know what I'm thinking as well?
Go on.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
That's gorgeous.
If you had a
over
seed
there.
beaded
Yeah.
bracelet and you
Yeah.
made the seed bead loop for one side, this could be the toggle,
Yeah.
couldn't it, on the other end?
Could. Yeah.
Whoa, she agreed. It wasn't a ridiculous idea. Hooray!
See
There we
how
go. I told you
beautiful
we'd
that
have
is?
one.
And also, you know the beads you had, those little sparkly ones we
Yeah.
had earlier on. They were gorgeous,
Fire polish.
weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, the faceted ones.
Yeah. Because what you can do with any strand of gemstones as well, especially for anyone that's new to jewellery making, is you can put 2 strands through, and then what you do then is with your second strand, you've got your gemstone on, and then you sort of put some tiny ones on the next strand, and then take both the strands through the next stone. So it gives
Yeah.
you that. You've got 2 lots of gemstones, but the smaller ones are scalloping and going around the bigger one.
Yeah.
That gives a nice effect as well.
That's a good idea, and actually you can do
Yeah,
that with
you
this
could do
shape
that with
very
that shape,
easily.
yeah.
Very easily indeed.
Or you can even have it longer, so it's got a longer sort of loop going underneath it.
This would be great for those, you know, those pendant rings that we had earlier.
That's a gorgeous strand, that is. I love that. I really do.
And remember also with gemstones, I think
shape.
sometimes we think we're limited to a standard shape. But remember, because you can put wire through these drill holes as well through gemstones, you can actually take them round really odd bends if you want to. I remember when I was making wire, and again, I'm talking Christmas again, I can't believe it. When I made my wirework Christmas tree, I made like strands of baubles and they were going across, so from one branch to another. And I put them all through wire so I could actually change their angle. I could make them go seesaw up and down. So if it's within a
Yes,
pendant or a
yes.
structure, you can do that. Obviously, you might want to anchor that in some kind of way, depending on how the piece moves or whatever. But you don't have to stick to, okay, well, I put a beading thread through it, so therefore it has to be the shape to go around a wrist or a neckline.
No, it can be any.
And that's what I love.
And jewellery making is all about experimenting.
It is, and having fun. And if it looks ridiculous, do you know what? If you've enjoyed making it, who cares?
That's lovely. That's gorgeous. That's
Look at that.
95. That's beautiful.
Isn't that good? $6.95, and you're getting on the strand. I'm going to give it a little count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He says, putting a fingerprint on every one. Good work. Good work, Derek. Well done, Tanya, and Pat, and Patricia, and Linda, and Mercedes, and Brenda, and Collector in Merthyr, and Wendy, and Bertha in Colorado, Jane in County Tyrone, hello Victoria in Hertfordshire, who says, I'm in bed with the flu. Oh, feeling very fed up. But Derek, you are the best. Maybe be a designer, you are so funny. Does that mean all the designers are funny?
I do feel for you though. I wasn't very well on Monday and I was in bed all day Monday.
Oh,
So I do feel so sorry for you because it's a horrible way to feel.
Yeah, there's some awful stuff going around. It seems to
There
be
is,
lingering
there
around,
is.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
I had a
it does
cold
actually,
I could
yes.
not get rid of. It just lingered and lingered and lingered for weeks. And it just makes you so miserable, doesn't it? So stick around. Stick around. Right, number 6, did you say? Oh, no, not number 6. It's time for the kits. Oh, shit.
It's all
It's an easy mistake
I
to
know.
make. Anyone could have made that mistake.
I know.
Should we do
I
your
know.
kits
you
now
do
then?
That. Yeah, you do that. I'm just going to look for some jump rings while you do that.
Okay, all right. Let's start with this one. This is lovely. Do you know, I think you'll know straight away what you want to do with this. This is some of the jewellery that Sheila's made with Mother's Day makes in mind. So remember when we sent the kits to Sheila, her thoughts were very much, okay, right, Mother's Day makes. And I think that's perfect. I really do love that. I think it's, you know, I think its simplicity is its beauty. And I think if you saw that in a boutique window and it was £75, I think, you know, for your mum, of course you wouldn't you wouldn't think, oh, well, not sure. She worth 75 quid. You just, if you had it, you would do it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You just would. I think that's beautiful. I really do. See, listen, I know the rough price of this kit, roughly.
Excuse me.
And I think,
There we go.
I think for the possibilities you've got here, bearing in mind that those 3 flowers you see on the neckline piece on the right-hand side there, those flowers you're thinking, oh, I could never make those, Sheila. Could never make that. Take hours, that, wouldn't it? Just to make one of those.
With a wire, yeah.
Couldn't be doing that. Go on, tell us the secret. Oh, you're going to show us, actually,
We're
aren't you?
bead caps, aren't we? You know,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
We've
if you
got
look
bead
at-
caps in the kit
Yeah, they're around in the little cluster one. There's some on there.
that Sheila has just merely
And
manipulated.
in the earrings, these earrings here, which are the ones I'm going to show.
These are gorgeous.
They are on the bottom.
These
of
are like
it,
party
so they're
pieces, aren't
cupped,
they?
Aren't they? Yeah. So they're cupped.
See, do you know what that reminds me? Everything's about Christmas again tonight, isn't it? I don't know what's wrong with me. Derek, it's March. Get a grip. Oh, no, it's not March yet, is it? It's February. I need to get a grip. Full stop.
Mind you, yeah, you've been sitting around too long. That's what it is now. You've got to come out of retirement.
That's what it is.
Yeah, get back into it.
But you know that thing you do for Christmas baubles where you create lovely sort of seed bead covers and you can incorporate crystals? It's a similar kind of vein, isn't
was
it?
the idea for that. I thought, cut them, and then I thought, I just want to drape something over the top. And because I've got the Swarovski in the other part of the kit, then we can mix it. So
They are, honestly, they're beautiful.
They just look so elegant and, yeah.
See, that's nice. See, that's just the bead caps back to back, isn't it?
Them, yeah, that's
over a
cupping
shell
the whole
pearl.
shell pearl. Yeah, just to show that you can use it in that way. And then the other one is like a cluster. The other one is sort of layered, and then we've got the other one that's got these bead caps, but they're flattened slightly, so that it's just showing how you can do different things with.
So, in the kit, you've got 3 strands of shell pearls. You have got the silver coloured one. Of course, the great thing about shell pearls is they're not real pearls. They're glass pearls that have been coated. The great thing about that is that means that they've created absolute perfection. They're all perfectly round. There's no pits, there's no lumps, bumps, undulations. You just get absolute perfection. So you get 1 strand in this lovely silver colour. You also get the ones that are in a pale pink, and you also get the rose-coloured ones. Now, the rose-coloured ones they're sort of faceted, but it's like a disco ball faceting. So the faceting goes all of the way around. Do we call it checkerboard faceting, don't we? Where it sort of goes all of the way around.
I mean, there are a lot of pearls. You could have done a lot of jewellery. But as it is, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces that are quite heavy with this. So, I mean, these pearls will go an awful long way.
Oh,
to
they're
making
amazing.
A lot of jewellery.
They're amazing. You also get 10 of these amazing bead caps.
They're gorgeous. I was so excited when I got those.
They are brilliant.
I love them.
Seriously. You're getting 10 of them. Now, on their own, brilliant, because they fit the shell pearls perfectly, so they can go either side and around. But there's other things you can do with them as well.
You could cluster them in little sections like that and have some wire going through.
Yeah.
Put a pearl either side and have like a cluster of them. But it's a shame
Yeah.
because I would rather see them used in individual things
Yeah.
because they're so beautiful.
They are stunning, the way they fit together as well. You could almost create little lockets with those as well,
Yes,
couldn't
you
you?
could, yeah.
That would be lovely little keepsake pieces. See, we're thinking of Mother's Day, you see. So we're thinking of pieces from the heart. We're thinking of, pieces that, you put a little bit of effort into. There's Swarovski crystals in this kit as well. So you have got your light rose AB bicones. You're getting a pack of 48 of those in this kit as well. Pretty nice kit, this, I have to say. Very, very nice. Like a breath of fresh air almost, isn't it? $29.95. Now, when you think of the Swarovski element to this kit alone, really, really good. The bead caps, to get a set of 10 of those, really, really good, considering how versatile they are. And Sheila's inspiration and her jewellery here will help you take your inspiration off in different directions, which is absolutely brilliant. £29.95 is your price tag for that, and your code is QFGC, excuse me, QFGC 22, QFGC 22. So you can pop that into the web now at jewellerymaker.com, or you can just give us a call right now on 0800 644 655. So that's part one of the kit, but we have another part. Oh, do you know what? When I knew you'd done some weaving of some wire. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, it was
That's
on the
what
end,
it was.
wasn't it? And it should have gone with.
Never mind, never mind, never mind. Right, okay, so, more pearl copper wire in part two of the kit. 10 metres of 1 mil and 100 metres of 0.25.
That's a lot of wire, isn't it?
That is phenomenal.
A lot of wire.
That's 100 metres of 0.25. That's, I would go to town with that. I would go to town with that. And 3 varieties of Swarovski crystal beads, all of your bicones. So you're getting 4mm in fuchsia, 4mm Indian pink, and 4mm rosaline. You're getting 24 of each. So, yes, 24 of each, isn't it, Becky? Yeah, brilliant. So 3 lots of Swarovski bicones. Ah, yes, you made the earrings from the bicones, didn't you? The different colours. Of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's actually the secret of these is the fact that you're using different colours. Oh, I love those.
They're like little baskets, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just like little baskets.
See, that would be Happy Mother's Day, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And see, £21.95 to be... How many pairs of earrings do you think you can make?
Oh, gosh. What?
Exactly. I mean, I know it's how long is a piece of string, but it's lots and lots and lots and
lots of earrings, yeah. And I mean, you could make a lot of pairs for your craft fairs like that, if you just have it, or even colour block them in sort of individual colours rather than I spread the colours around.
I think that, honestly, I think that's one of the most delicious things. And when you first bought your jewellery in this afternoon, I looked at these and really, I just couldn't take my eyes off them because it's such a simple idea. Because I think sometimes a shell pearls can look, forgive me for saying this, but I'm sure you understand what I mean, but pearls can look very pearly, very as they always look. And I think actually that's a really nice way of just giving them a different edge, giving them a different angle. Because, you know, pearls might not be your thing. I mean, I've spoken to so many ladies over the years who've said, I'm not a pearl girl at all.
But I think...
But this is lovely.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's like a little basket of flowers, isn't it? On top of
and so you could stop at that point if you wanted to.
You could just leave it like that. Yeah, you could just...
It would still look, you know, ace just up to that point. And it's all about the arrangement of the Swarovski crystals and the different tones in them as well. Love it. Right. Now, it's the earrings that we're focusing on, I think, isn't it? Well, you're going to show us a couple of different bits and pieces, aren't you?
Well, how you structure it, really.
Right.
So you've got, I just chose, I mean, you can choose whatever you want. I mean, I chose a silver one for the top and a pink one for the bottom. So you pop a head pin through. I mean, it's really, really easy to do. And you're just doing your basic loop at the bottom, okay? So you've got your head pin going through, and then you just do a basic loop, like so. Now you can actually take it round if you want to, or you can just cut it off, but I'll just show it because I'm going to pop on, I did the pearl and then I popped on one of the Swarovskis, okay? So I bent that because I was showing you how to do the basic loop, but hey ho, that should go on now if I just be a bit forceful with it, or maybe I can start again with another one. Yeah, persuasive, but I won't because I don't want to break the crystal or anything, so I'll start again with another fresh.
I just had this wonderful memory, and I think it was you and I. Do you remember when I thought I'd picked up a spacer bead to give you, and it wasn't, it was actually the head of a head pin.
Yeah, no, and also sometimes you can get it, and oh, was it? Is that what you? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. So I put a little Swarovski on the top of there, then do the basic loop. So unless I look at it, I forgot what I've done, and then just take it back over again, okay? And then you can either do a proper twist so that you don't open it up and it won't fall off, or you can just do a basic one and just snip it off, and then just bring it round. It's just whichever way you want it to be, really. So in this case, I'm going to do it like that because I can then pop on. Now, I put a jump ring on these here, but I'm a bit short of jump rings now, and I couldn't find any earlier on, so I've used all my jump rings from home, so I've got to get a supply back because I've used them all. But you don't have to, so you can just pop on some chain and then just close your chain up so that it won't come off. So you've got your piece of chain there, okay. I mean, I use some fancier chain, but there again, I haven't got any more left. So because we just use what findings and things we've got at home, you know, if they don't come with the kit. And then you just attach. Then what I've done then is I've done there's your pearl there. Let me take that off now just to show you how these sit. So you've got your hole in your pearl there, okay. So you just actually. I've taken the pearl out now, so it's just to show you how easy it is to sit them in. So just pop it in, because they come all together. They'll come in a section together, so you have to separate them.
They're like stacked up, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like stacked up.
They come all together.
So, and just sort of make sure that you've got your hole lined up at the top. Yeah, they come stacked like that, you see. So I thought, in the beginning, I thought it was just one big or a couple of big, but there's 10 altogether, so that's really good.
But actually come all together like that.
And then just make sure that you've got your hole in the middle there, so you can sort of make sure that you've got it at the bottom. So I'm going to take that pearl out again, and then, so there's your head pin there. And then just pop in. There you go, and then just pull it through. Then you've got that sitting there on your head pin, okay? But on the other one, I'll take that off and put that back in because I've done a basic loop on it, you see. So
you'd almost created your own eye pin?
Yeah, I have, because, oops, I'm going to attach the chain to it now. So just, and this keeps moving down, there we go. So that's on there now with a basic loop at the bottom, because you're going to attach this chain here into your loop at the bottom there.
Okay, yes, I see, yeah.
You see. So if we just open that up now, pop that onto your basic loop that you've made there, if I can show you what I mean there. So that's going into the, and then just close that back up again, okay. And then you're going to make another basic loop there, because that's what, now again I put some jump rings at the top, which I think give it a nicer finish. I've just put 2 jump rings at the top there before I'm going to put the crystals on, but because I'm a bit short on the jump rings now, I'm not, but I'll show you just how to get that cascading look. So I'll just,
and you can do that, as you see, Sheila's just done a couple of different examples there. You can do it either way around, really, can't you? You can have the
so that what I've done now is sort of as we're going up to where the basket starts, yeah? And then what I'm going to do then is just put the earring finding on for now with 1 jump ring, because I need the jump rings too for the next step that we need to do.
Okay.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got enough there, so I can pop on, I might be able to pop on the 2. Whoops, am I 1, 2? Yes, I've probably got enough now. So just open up your jump ring, pop that. Oh no, I haven't. I've just got 1, so I'll just put the 2 on. Just no, because that's not, because I've got to have I've got to have that one, then another 2 on the top. So I haven't got enough to do that. Okay, so I'm going to just put that one on the top now. But imagine that's 2, because I need the others. Okay, and then just close that up. And then pop on, so that's that. Then just pop on, open up your earring finding, just pop that on there, like so. So you've now got your complete earring as we've got here, but we just haven't got the sort of gemstones, like the Swarovski on there yet. So if we can just see how that's looking now.
Okay.
Okay, so we've now just got to put the Swarovskis on the top, yeah, which, without dropping that one.
And is there a set number of the crystals on the top?
This is just what I'm going to say. So we've got an open jump ring here that I've now opened, so I'm going to put that down there. And then what I've done then, I've got another jump ring, I've got one there as well, head pin. And then what I've done, I've just popped on just a Swarovski. Now there's one thing with Swarovski, they're quite generous holes, so they will go on. This one's a bit bent now because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get a fresh one out. There we go. Because those are a bit battered now.
we need to get you some new everything, don't we?
I do. I'm really low. Everybody will say the same now. Well, I think we're waiting for some to come in.
Supplies.
Yeah, we are. So now I've done another basic loop there. Okay. Now I'm going to really take this one round so it won't come undone, because you don't want these keep falling off. So I've just taken that round and then snip that off. So I'll do that once more so you can just see again, for anybody that's new to jewellery making, because you know we do tend to forget sometimes that if there is anybody out there that is new, which you know we do tend to have customers that you know are new each day, so it's just good to sometimes reiterate some of the basic.
No, definitely. Especially when it creates, and on this earring, I mean, there's just something about just the way those crystals sit in this formation, and you know, you've really taken some time to work out, you know, what's the right ratio, what's the right angle, what's the right height, and everything else. There's something about this which is just magical. I mean, if you could recreate just these earrings, I mean, that would be enough, wouldn't it?
Or a few dozen pairs of these.
Yeah.
So there again, so put it on your head pin, pop your pliers up on the top again, and then take it back round. Now that creates your perfect loop that you can see there, okay? And then just carry on taking it round, pushing the head pin up so you get that basic loop effect that's secure, yeah? And then just snip off that. And then what you do then is you get your jump ring and then pop on a 3. So that's 1. You can put them in any colour combination you want, really. It doesn't really matter. Get one of the lilac ones. We'll put that on the other side, I think. So there we go.
They work so nicely together, though, don't they?
They do, don't they? And then pop them on the bottom jump ring. And then just do that up. And then you'll do exactly the same again. So if we take that one of those earrings off, we can sort of pop it on there, can't we? And you can just see how, I've only put one cluster on at the moment, but you can see how that sits just with the one cluster on. And then you can put 3 or you can put 4 on, it depends how many you want to. So if I put on another one, you can see how that sits.
And that's just made
And that's
with,
just-
you know, findings that, I mean, if you've just joined us and recently and you've got your starter pack, you're going to have those findings anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, so if you put it on the same jump ring as you're going round, you can see now there's 2 clusters on there now. You can see how that's sort of sitting now. So when it's got a couple more clusters on, that's the sort of look that you will get when it's gone all the way round. I think it's 4 that you actually need, which I think I've got on. So it's 4 of these clusters. So we'll put another one on, and then pop that on there. There, got the right. There we go. I'll open it up a little bit. I think because there's some clusters already on, I need a bit more spacing between there.
Need to find a gap.
I need to find a gap. Yeah.
Oh.
It's been one of those dropsy nights tonight, hasn't it, Paul?
we've all had a go, haven't we?
I think it's better if I hold it, actually, because sometimes it's difficult to do it while it's on there, because you can't actually see.
It's one of those nights, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? So,
Beautiful.
Drop those now, look. There we go. But you can see how it clusters around. There we go. I'll get it. Oh, if you pop that on there for me, Derek. There you go. Thank you.
There you
There we go. Now I've got it round there. You just have to be a little bit more.
Yeah. So the third one's
forceful,
just
the
a little
first
bit
one, yeah. There we
tricksy.
go. It's because you've got quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you can see how it's clustering.
So now there's 3 lots on there.
Now there's 3 lots on there now, which you can see starting. So all you do is put another lot on around the back, and then you've got all of them going all the way.
It's so
around.
pretty as well, isn't it? Because it's nothing without the pearl, and it's nothing without the crystals.
No, it's all.
You can't have one without the other.
It is like a build-up, isn't
Yeah.
it, of getting that sort of look. Yeah.
I like
and
it.
the sparkle, and especially if you've got your hair up and you've got a pair of those on. Yeah, look beautiful.
Mm.
I might have to have those.
Yeah, they're stunning. They're very, very nice indeed.
And then if you want to do it like the other one there, where you want to flatten them out, you can actually flatten
like
these out.
flowers.
Yeah, and just pull up the these leaves at the side. You can get like a different look. You could have them as pendants if you wanted to. So it just bend up them at the side, and then it sits slightly flat there, so you could have them as
And you can see. Maybe we'll have a quick look at that necklace that that Sheila has done this on. So the 1/3 one across.
This one I've done is flatter than that one. Those are standing a bit more proud.
But it's amazing, just with the one crystal on the top.
Yeah.
I mean, they are
It's just another way of using them, isn't it?
beautiful. Really lovely. Definitely get one of those kits, because they are super. Do you know, I was just about to move those over there, and you definitely want those, don't you? Right, let's do. Thank you very much, Sheila. Right, let's do a little bit of. I'm sure I heard 6.
6.
Why should I hear 6 in my head? 15. That's what we want. Right. Oh, how cute. Right. Okay, these would be brilliant. These would be great for those earrings, actually, if you wanted to incorporate.
Actually, yeah.
Because we've got little spacer tubes. And they're like a little barrel. Look at that. And they're a brushed finish, which would work so well against the contrast of the Swarovski.
Black spinel as well, wouldn't
Yeah, they would actually.
Especially
The little
faceted
pairs.
ones, or the
Yeah.
pairs, yeah.
Yeah, they would work very nicely, wouldn't they? Look at that. Okay, you've got 10 of those
I love the
available.
luxury finish on those.
And they're in sterling silver, so be quick. This is one to stash up on as well.
You could even use them in between on a strand like that, you know, and have them dropping down. Having the tubes dropping down and then popping another black spinel on the bottom. There's just so many different ways.
Yeah,
you can
get one of the
use
little
these.
microfaceted ones.
Yeah, or
another one of the
if you've broken the
drops.
strand up, then you can
Yeah.
use one. Yeah, you can use some of the smaller ones
Yes.
on there.
Actually, these.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw
So
these.
they would sit in the. You could
Saw
have one
these
sitting in
earlier.
the middle, dropping down from a head pin, dropping down, and then having something dropping from the
Yeah,
tube.
I know it's difficult to see the shape because there's so many on this strand, but they are stunning. Okay, $6.95, never going to last for long, is it, at that kind of price tag? And you are getting a set of 10 of these. Nice. Right, hang on. Let me
You
just
want to bring your trolley.
pull my trolley
nearer,
out
don't
in
you?
a
Bring
little
your
bit.
trolley over. That's
Christ of praise. I know, I just don't, I so far, I haven't dropped anything. So I think I'm maybe the only one. Yeah, exactly. So I don't really want to tempt fate. That's the only thing, isn't it? Right. Christ praise. See, again, look. Look at that. Oh my word, what a fantastic colour this is. It's a lovely gemstone. Yes. Or the, you know, if you got the big bumper nugget bundle earlier, they're almost like neon, aren't they? See, that's nice. Actually, we don't see green opal here at JM, I don't think, do we?
No.
I don't think we've, because there is Ethiopian green opal as well,
I don't think
which
with
has
the
this
jade
neon
eye.
tone.
Definitely. Is it there? Is it still there, the jade eye?
No, I don't think it is
it
now. I
gone?
think that was from
No.
another hour, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, one that, yes.
Would also go quite
Perfect.
nicely
Perfect, yeah.
with your abalone. It's wonderful, isn't it? I think.
How many? You've done really well. I think you're on number 5 now. of
What, ideas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were patting me on the back there because you were winding me. I thought that's what it was. No, it was a pat on the back of approval.
It was indeed.
I don't have it. I have a little bit of windy pops tonight. I might need a bit of the gripe water later. £3.95. What is gripe water anyway?
It just helps wind.
I know, but what's it made of? What's in it?
I'll have to find
What's
out now.
gripe? I mean, we know what grape is, but what's gripe?
You probably moan when you've got wind, don't you? So
Gripe is another word.
It's another word for
moaning.
Yeah. There we go.
Gripe water, moaning water. Give him the moaning water.
Doesn't sound the same, does it?
Gripe water.
Dear.
Wonder what's in it. Ben's just looking it up now. We'll know. Oh, okay, everyone's looking it up.
The original formula contained alcohol, sugar,
Oh, originally it had alcohol, sugar.
in addition to sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium
Yes,
bicarbonate. That's
yes,
chalk,
that,
isn't
yeah.
it? Something like that. So it's basically
Settles your stomach, really.
runny renny.
Yeah, really.
Other thingies are available.
The lemon balm as well.
Gripe water.
Yeah, that's why it is, because
It's a bit of an insult, though, isn't it? Really?
But like you said, you can't say moaning water, can you? So.
Moaning water. Ooh, that moaning baby. Right, let's move on.
Oh dear.
Gripe water.
Oh yeah.
I wonder who called it that the first time. Anyway.
William Woodward.
Oh, William Woodward.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, when I was
In
a
when?
child.
1851.
1851. How do you remember that?
Because it was on the bottle.
It's your
there.
friend.
No, it was on the.
It's on the bottle.
It was on the bottle
okay.
originally. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Now, if you put that with gorgeous, get the other strand out. That
Which
would,
one?
I would mix that with.
Oh, for the chrysoprase.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Look at that.
Yes.
To go.
Oh, actually, those two colours do work really nicely together, don't they?
Just, yeah.
Do you know what that will work with as well, that we had earlier, but I think it might have sold out?
Yes, and
Turquoise.
that too.
Turquoise and amethyst,
mix
actually.
it all. Yeah, what a gorgeous combination that is.
Nice, isn't it? And again, any of your pearls, I mean, amethyst is just gorgeous. Well, look at that. Every day is a school day, isn't it? Now we know the history of gripe water.
There we go.
It's good to know, isn't it?
New on Jewellery Maker every
That's
day.
good to know. I need one of these, by the way, because it's...
That's a long strand as well, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
It's almost 4 strands.
I need a new
isn't it?
garden strand of amethyst.
95.
You know, for when you go out into the garden, I like to hang strands of amethyst. Just hold them for a nice calm moment where I'm thinking, I really don't want to dig that hole.
I like to
Do
wear
that
them,
weeding.
to be honest.
The
I like to wear them.
amethyst,
Not do the gardening in, yeah.
Do the gardening in your amethyst. No, I like them hanging decoratively in the garden.
I know what you mean.
I do. I love doing that with gemstones. Because I think as a boy you think in different ways, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
We're definitely going to have to do those, Becky. You know, now we've got new stacks of them, all the boxes.
Michael has worked so
Michael's
hard.
been juggling with them half the night. we've got to do something with them.
This is beautiful.
Look at
I love
that.
it. I think it's absolutely exquisite.
250 carats
it's
as well.
real rich, isn't it? Deep.
Yes. Is this
As it
Brazilian?
should be. As it should be.
It looks a little bit Mozambique, actually, doesn't it? This is Brazilian amethyst. It's very, very deep.
It is very, very rich.
Nice richness. Oh, who doesn't love a lovely rich purple? There's a lot of purple in the high street as well, isn't it? Because we're trans-seasonal at the moment, aren't we? Because we haven't come out of autumn, winter. We haven't got into spring.
I've seen them, Derek. You know, if you show that how large that strand.
yeah.
I have seen for just that length at that price.
Oh, really?
Just half of that, yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
They're
So
quite big.
That's buy one, get one free, I think.
Again, they're quite big chips as well. You know,
they
sometimes
are.
when you get a chip strand, you cut it off and you think, oh, how usable are they? But these are really quite sizable.
No, that
that.
is
The depth of
fabulous
that
value,
one.
that is.
Good Lord. See, that's the great thing about amethyst. It's a gemstone that everyone knows. And it's still February, isn't it?
Yes.
Just.
Yes.
Is it 28 this year? 28 days,
28
isn't
days,
it?
yeah.
It is the birthstone, isn't it, for February? Right, time for the boxes now. We've got to do these just because otherwise they're just going to end up everywhere.
Be careful, because they've been on the floor a few times.
I know.
Well, not in a heap, but you
Right,
know,
so we've got boxes now for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10. It's 10.
6, 7, 8.
That's it, 9. I'm
9.
just about to do that, yeah. Then.
Oh, now.
What?
That's an uneven stack, isn't it? I'm going to have to move that over to the...
Squash. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Still a bit odd one out, that, isn't it? Anyway, it's 10.
Too much.
It's 10. It's because this one, it's going to be like a game of Jenga. There you go. See, they had more time to do it backstage when they were taking its picture. These are great because they're for your rings and your earrings. So they do have the little foam pad on the inside, which has a ring slot.
It's quite a generous depth as well, apparently. The boxes.
But you pop your stud earrings into those as well, because that's actually quite... Well, it's generous, actually, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it really is.
That is actually quite deep, that, isn't it? I didn't quite expect... There was like a chasm there.
Sometimes they're very, very thin, aren't they?
Yes,
really
they are.
Thick.
I really didn't expect to go in that far. Anyway, how much are these? I didn't think I was going to get it back, Sheila. Oh, they have lost a finger on TV. That's it. Right.
Well, it proves the point, though, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Right, £6.95. It's quite nice, isn't it? Red is also, I mean, it's romantic packaging, but it's quite... it's also quite classy, isn't it? Because just a little, if you've got for your, I'll get to what I'm saying in just a second. Bear with me.
Ring?
No. I was just thinking, if your company logo, if you got a little stamp with it, and you wanted to stamp that on top of the boxes, how sophisticated that would look. Or if it's just your name, like, you know, Jewellery by Lorna Jane or whatever, you could have that sort of printed along the top ridge of the boxes. And it's just quite a nice, classy difference. Often ring boxes are black, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of the classic and the tradition, but if you want to stand out, if you want to, you know, get people's attention, if you want them if you want people coming to your stall at that craft fair, you need something that kind of draws them in and just looks a little bit different. And there is quite a depth there, which is really good. They're so really nicely made. There you go. So you can pop rings directly into that.
About?
69 pence, which is 70 pence each.
I have a shop not far from me that around about Christmas time I paid just under £2 for a box, because at that time we hadn't got any then. So that's a real bargain.
Yeah, that's good. So 10 of those.
Yes.
For £6.
Especially your craft fairs, you've got to think of all of this.
And nice, yes, that's very true. And you'll need a nice little stock of those.
Yeah.
Because when you want them, they won't be there. Oh yes, actually we could go this way, couldn't we?
Yes. Because you're bringing some more,
well,
aren't
you say that, Sheila, but let's see.
There you go. Then there you go.
Oh, it's like it's like a relay race to get these out of the studio. Right.
Or they'll fall.
Michael's nowhere to be seen because he spent half the night juggling them already. He's like, I'm not doing it anymore. He's sending them back now. That's it.
Oh dear.
Right, now these, we'll just throw them over the set this time.
Oh dear.
So these are for your earrings, aren't they? Well, we're calling them universal boxes,
So
but
are they ring and a pair of earrings?
yeah.
Are they both?
So they've got the slot there at the top,
or
and
earrings and a bracelet, could be.
Yes.
Could be.
Yes, although it might be a small diameter bracelet,
Yeah,
or if
that's
it's
true,
a fluid bracelet, you could.
It looks like a ring,
and you can pop your earrings into the little crosses there.
a pendant and a chain going at the back. That's what
Yes,
that is probably.
yes, because you can pop the chain through, can't you?
The chain through, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't
So
got one
that's
here.
what
Oh,
that
actually,
is.
I'll sort of show you.
Yeah.
So you can use these for chains. So if you're presenting a necklace or something, rather than having all the messy chain at the front, you can
just
pop
pop
the
it, that's
messy
it,
chain
yeah.
to the back,
And then have
show
your
off
pendant.
the pendant,
Yeah, and then put your earrings by the side.
and then pop it in the box
Yeah.
like so. And then, of course, you can have the earrings on either side.
Yeah.
Also, those little places might be an opportunity to place your price tags. You know, for your craft fairs,
Yeah.
you can pop your price tags on those.
In
And
with the jewellery.
Yeah, before your
And there's what, 1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
6. So there's 6. Yeah. So
6.
they're just. Yeah.
For
Just over
£6.95.
£1,
So
aren't they?
again,
Just £1.
hang on, they should be more expensive per box, shouldn't they?
Well, they are.
Oh, they are, yes, of course,
yeah.
but not that
they
much.
They are a little bit, yeah.
But not that much.
No.
Okay, fabulous. So they're £6.95. We've got more. We've got more.
Move them
Throw
along.
those over there. The biggest ones. Okay, I'll just be a second. You know, I've got a trolley with 2 boxes on it here as well. Sorry, Sheila.
That's all right.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
In fact,
Save
you
me
can have
from-
the other ones over here. or
We're not.
closer,
I'm not sure we're doing those anymore.
Okay, okay.
We're going to do
okay,
these.
We'll do these. Oh, yep.
So these are the.
Yeah.
These are the Big Daddy, aren't they? They're brilliant. See, they would have.
Those for the pearls.
They would have a multitude of uses as well, wouldn't
yeah. Let's see what's.
they? Let's see what's going in. Okay, so on this one, so you've got little cutouts in. Is it all of the four corners? No, two top corners. You've got a little cutout. So that would lend
that's
itself.
For your strand.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
this would be for
strand
your
black or your
necklaces. So you pop your necklaces, you know, as they sometimes present them in shops, isn't it? Put the chains, or the part of the necklace, usually the back, through the little cutouts in the corner.
And then you would have your chain with your.
Obviously, you'd have
or your
probably
strand,
a more
you've got,
generous,
yeah. Yeah.
And then you can present it like that. £9.95, and you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, that would be good as well. You know when you do that special card for Valentine's, like even a homemade card.
Out.
Oh yes.
Otherwise, you'll be in trouble.
We'll be looking for that for weeks.
Yeah.
But you know, if you made a special Valentine's card, even like a homemade card, how much can you spend on one single box? That kind of size, which is about card sized. £1, Becky. You would be so lucky if you could ever find something like this for £1, because look, it's made of really, really heavyweight card. In some of the card retailers and stationers, I won't say any names because
That would be about £3.95.
Yeah.
Could even be £4 something. It just depends where,
Yeah.
because I know where I bought my smaller box, they are £5.
And size-wise, oh, hang on, I'm going to need that in inches. Can't be doing with that in centimetres, I'm afraid.
No. Can't be
Millimetres, that's even worse, isn't it? Right, so they are, because I'm just thinking you might send photos.
Nearly
So,
7 inches, isn't
yeah,
it?
about
Six
and a half and a bit.
something. Yeah. 6.5 and a bit.
6.5 and a bit. Yeah, nearly 6 3/4.
Quarters. Yeah.
And the depth is about 1.25 inches. And is there anything else I need to measure? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to think if there are any other measurements. No, I measured it across and down and then the depth.
and
That's
the
all I
depth.
need,
So
isn't it?
that's
There
all you
aren't any
need, yeah.
more.
No.
That's it. There aren't any more. So that's good. And you're getting 6 of those for whatever the price was. Thank you.
£9.95.
Thank you, Sheila. Where are we going, what?
Whatever the price was.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful. Deal of the day, are they? Deal of the day. Crikey, Sheila, is it 10 to 10 already?
It is indeed.
Can't
yes.
be.
Oh, no.
I've only just arrived. Honestly, I only got here 5 minutes ago. Back on Saturday night with Sarah Elvin, because it's wire working weekend this weekend. I'm not going to say that too often. Wire working weekend. So I'll be back on the late show on Saturday night with Sarah Elvin. Aren't they beautiful? Lovely, lovely shape, aren't they? Now, again, coin pearls generally have there's a good side and a, you know, I don't mean there's a good side and a bad side, but there is one side of a pearl like this that you want to favour, isn't there?
But aren't they? I love the mixture of that particular strand, the mixture of the colours of the pearls, the sort of tones.
The thing is, Sheila, who spends all the time?
Well, yes.
Who spends all the time going, okay, that's roughly that size? You know, is somebody there with a ruler kind of going, right, okay, well, you're the same size as that one? Because these don't pop up in every other, you know, mollusk, do they?
And no, and unless you've actually been to India and China and see them working, you know, it's you understand the journey that they come.
It's incredible
You know,
to
because
watch
it is
someone.
a long process, a long journey.
And
to
no
get
machine
what we
can do
see.
it.
No.
That's the thing. It's
They
the skill of
hand-press it
people.
and yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because to sort pearls by colour and by size, okay, these aren't colour matched, but no matter, you've still got to try and roughly size match. I don't think you could do that by eye. You know, if I sat you in front of a vat load of similar shaped pearls and said to you, make me a strand where it's pretty much, I mean, we're saying 13 to 15 millimetre. I mean, a variance of 2 millimetres when you're looking at a pile of pearls is nothing. I don't know how they do it.
No.
I honestly don't know how they do
it. It is just wonderful the way we actually get what we get.
Yeah.
And we tend to take it for granted.
Well,
don't
yeah,
we?
and-
just how far we come with a journey of a strand of whatever gemstone.
And the thing is, we only get this because of generation after generation after generation of people in these pearl farms who really know what they're doing. You know, we wouldn't have, if Sheila and I were sent out there for a week, we wouldn't have one strand, would we, that was anywhere near as exacting as this, even if they said to us, right, go and find a whole strand of the same shape. We'd be hopeless, wouldn't we? Still be there weeks later. Right, where are we going to? Oh, see, that's incredible. See, that's the price that we're about to do would be the price of one simple pendant, I think, in some boutiques. I mean, that... I know I've said it so many times.
They're just an exquisite strand, and it's not a strand. It's not an everyday strand, is
No.
it? It's not, you know, it is
No.
a strand on its own because of everything that there is.
It's incredible.
It is
Okay, we'll have a quick
beautiful,
count up.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. So if you go into...
It's a lovely present for somebody that's 21.
Oh.
A present.
Oh, I hadn't
with
thought about
21
that. That's a good
pearls
idea.
on, yeah.
So each pearl is working out at £3.33. So if you did that into a wire, everyone into a wire wrapped ring, and that wire wrapped ring was a special promotion at £10, which you would never do. I'm not suggesting that you would. Actually, a lot of people would look at a wire wrapped ring with a pearl this size at £10 and say, don't know, can that be real if it's only £10? Sometimes if the price is too low. Sometimes if the price is too low, it can be unattractive to a buyer. That is amazing at £69.95, I have to say. That's like a dream come
The
true.
colours are just, they're so... They're just the coffees and the sort of the golds and the light sort of mint colours. They all mix in so well together, don't they?
It's one.
Really beautiful, like an ivory and a.
It's
a
one that does.
caramel and there's even a little bit of very pale lilac there.
Yeah.
You know, it's the way the light shines on it, isn't it?
It is. It looks amazing on screen, but seriously, you need.
have to see it.
Yeah, you have to. And I'm not saying that for any loaded reason, but you need to get these home and you need to see them with your own two eyes because, honestly, it's like a revelation. It's beautiful, really nice. £69.95. Listen, that's it. We've got to go. I can't believe we've run out of time already. If you're watching this on the repeat in the morning, you've got the morning show coming in just a second. Don't know what it is, but stick around. And if you're watching live right now, it's time for us to go.
It is.
That's
I'll
it.
see you.
And when are you back?
Next Friday.
Are you?
A week on Friday.
So, do you know what the theme is?
I did, but I think it's changed now.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, we'll wait and see. So we'll see you
I
next
will-
Friday.
Yeah.
On the late.
Morning show.
On the morning show next Friday, and I will see you on the late show on Saturday. So thank you very much.
Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Yes.
And
We'll
enjoy.
see you back here very, very soon. Take care. Lots of love.
And this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.